Hello.
Joe, I'm outside your office.
What's up, homie? It's me again, Bob Ferguson.
Keep your voice down now.
You know I waited for you.
There are many kinds of death, and some are better than others.
In my experience, only children hold a knife like this. If it's a serious fight, you hold your knife like this.
This is not a street fight.
Okay, well, if you're not going for realistic, you might as well add a little flair.
You heard it up top. We still have cement on our hands. We're walking that red carpet. We're surrounded by stars because we're in Hollywood. We're talking our top 10 films of the year here on Normies Like Us with your host. This is Glitz and Glamour, Colin.
Oh, I guess Hollywood Mike we'll do.
Ooh, and this is Hollywood Jacob, movie guy Jacob. You might
Little
say.
statue Jacob, little gold statue.
Little statue.
Josker.
That's right. Lights, camera, action. We're talking our favorite films of 2025. Yeah, I'm excited.
This is our fourth annual.
This episode.
I think it's the fourth time we've done it. I think 2022. So yeah, 3, 4. This is our fourth one. Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna do our top 10. Maybe we'll put some honorable mentions. Maybe a bottom, our least favorite film as a bonus at the end of this thing. But dishonorable mention, correct? Yeah, but it's a big time for Hollywood, I guess. We're saying the Oscars are coming up. You guys excited about that at all? We got noms.
Of course.
We got snubs, you know?
We got noms, we got snubs.
We got noms, we got snubs.
We got everything you want.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I always say this like every year, but I don't really care about it, but I do care about it, if that makes sense. Like, it's not important at all, but it is. I just like to root for films that I like and hope that they match, I guess, what the Oscars are into this year. And from my list, it seems maybe those interests do line up a lot this year. Something I was noticing is that a lot of my top films are some of the ones that are most talked about right now in award season. So that'll be interesting to see. But I've been, catching up on everything in January here, trying to fill in the gaps of things I haven't seen yet. I always like to do that in early January and try to catch up. But of course, we have to say this every year. We haven't seen everything that's come out. So if there's any omissions where you're like, "What? How dare you not put this movie on your list?" Well, maybe we haven't seen it, So just keep that in mind as well.
Important note, Jacob. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah,
of course.
We love seeing movies. We love talking movies. It's kind of my favorite thing. This is one of my favorite times of the year because we put aside, we do our big sort of Halloween push. We do our fun, dumbass Christmas movie. Then it's like, oh, hold on. Get serious here. We got to wrap this thing up and we got to get to work. We got to see the good stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. I was catching up through the holidays too. I didn't get to see everything I wanted to. So yeah, there might be some stuff. Right. These are, subjective lists, but mine is objectively going to be the best. Yeah.
You say, how dare you not put The Secret Agent on there? Well, I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. So,
name a theater near me that's playing it. I say, dear listener.
How dare you not put Markiplier's Iron Lung on your list?
I haven't heard of that.
It's like I don't know, he's a YouTuber guy, made a movie. Anyway, I saw about 39 movies I have logged from the entirety of 2025. So movies that were released 2025 is what we're counting. And I have 39, so getting it down to top 10 is like the top 40, 10, whatever, 25%.
I'm going to look up how many I've seen from the year 2025 total, because I'd be interested to see that as well.
I definitely pay for Letterboxd to utilize the statistics services in a way that I could quickly do that, Jacob, but I also don't have the mental capacity to navigate to that as quick as I would like, so I won't be bringing that up.
Gotcha. Well, that's just because on the list it tells you total if you scroll down, but anyway, I just thought that was an interesting number. I think I was at around slightly less in 2024. 2024
what number did you say, Mike?
39.
39. I've seen 35. Yeah. So you've actually seen 4 more than me.
Wow.
If I look in 2024, I've seen 52 from 2024. So generally I'll up, as I see more and more over this year, and I consider my top 10 lists a living documents on Letterboxd if anyone's that curious. So I do update them. If I see something else that I really like, I'll throw it on there as well and keep those updated over time.
Yeah. And they got the Letterboxd Wrapped now. And it was like, oh, this is your most watched director. And for me, of course, it was Miyazaki because of our long form. They're like, you watched a lot of Hayao Miyazaki this year. So there we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything's got to have a Wrapped. We need to know all the year-end statistics.
YouTube Wrapped. Yeah,
right.
I got it all. Well, this is our Wrapped, I guess, of 2025 favorite movies top 10 Wrapped. Is kind of what we're doing anyway.
That's right.
Like
I just want to ask you
Wrapped.
guys up top. What did you think overall of this year in movies compared to recent years? Was it a good movie or was it a good year? Was it a not so good year? What are you thinking?
I did my top 10 list on Letterboxd early last year and was like, here's my 10 predictions for this year. And in the little notes section up top, I also said, and here's my biggest prediction of all. I think 2025 is going to be a great year for movies! ! And I was super excited. I don't know that it's ultimately lived up to that. I don't feel super great about this as a year for movies, but I also like look at it as like a spoiled film snob, and I'm like, there's a chance PTA like is gonna win Best Director. Like that feels like a good year for movies to me, and like I don't deserve in a way. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Interesting. I feel like out of let's say 40, I'll round up. So like the top 10, so 25% of them I think were pretty good. But I think the top 5 are like outliers. Like I think the top 5 movies like are very strong, but then anything below 10 to like 30, that middle chunk, they're all kind of the same quality. So I think there's some very high highs this year, but in overall, it was all right for the year.
I totally agree with you because that's exactly what I was going to say. I think looking at my top 10 list, there's a couple really good ones at the top. And I'm like, these are like some of the best films of the last couple years to me. And then once you get past the top few, it's a lot of 4-star movies on my, from my rating to 3.5 star. So it's, and they're all kind of the same, like you said. So if I compare that to 2024, there might have been more 5 to 4.5 star movies. Like I only think I have like 3, 5, 4.5 stars or above, which I consider, to be the very best movies from this year. So compared to last year, the highs, there's some highs, but also the middle is lower than last year potentially. But maybe I just need to, see more things and really round out the bottom of my top 10 to 20. But we shall see. But I do agree with you that there's some outliers that really stand out.
Yeah. But overall, I'd say a decent year for movies.
Yeah. And it was a great year, I think, also for genre films, some big success stories at the box office critically. So I'm sure we'll talk more about that. But I'm ready to jump in.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll be starting at number 10 and working our way up, I guess. Going through our lists. If we have it on the same list, we'll say I had it, but maybe somewhere different, and we'll just get after it. So here we go. The Normies Like Us Wrapped 2025. New Normie or New Norm Us right after this.
We're back. You're at Normies Like Us, where, as we put it, we're wrapping things up. We're talking about last year. We're doing our top 10 top 10 best films of 2025. And we've done this a few times, but of course, the annual question, how do we do this? What is the order in which we read off these lists?
Could be any order.
Could be any order, I guess. Whoever wants to go first, I guess throw out your number 10. And I think we all do our 10s. We work our way at like one.
We round robin it from the bottom, Mike.
Yeah, and if it so happens,
we all do our 10s. We all do our 9s.
That's really great.
And if you want
to volunteer to go first,
I'll go first. I'm not scared.
I like it, Mike.
You want to go first?
So I have a number 10 that was really unexpected.
Sorry,
yeah, to set it up.
Yeah.
I didn't expect when the trailers came out for this that I would like it as much as I did. And it really, I think, surprised a lot of people. And it's about a freaky little alien guy and his robot girlfriend. I have Predator Badlands as my number 10 most liked film of the year. Was that on your guys' lists anywhere? You don't have to say where, but did it make the cut for you guys?
I have it 15. So it didn't make the top 10, but 15, pretty high.
15. That's so interesting, Jacob. Mike, this is actually something where I do need to say where it is because, Mike, this is my number 10.
Wow, we have the same number 10. Look it up.
Hand-holding buddy.
Yeah.
To start.
That's perfect. It's yeah, I'll be Elle Fanning and you can be Deck, and we'll be buddies.
I'll be evil Elle Fanning.
Even though
'Cause I only
technically
have
you're
it at 15.
piggybacking off of me right now. But yeah, Predator Badlands. I was surprised by I was like, oh, Disney Predator. I worry about going back to this well as the formula of Guardians of the Galaxy Predator Edition. But by itself, I really enjoyed this kind of video game, leveling up, using the planet resources. I was totally surprised by it. So Predator Badlands, number 10 for me. I guess Colin, yeah, why is it making 10 for
Hell
you?
yeah, Doug. It's a great genre picture. All the things you
Genre.
just said. I love the director. 10 Cloverfield Lane was my absolute favorite film of the year that it came out. I now
Prey was probably on your
feel
top 10.
Prey
It
was
came
in
out?
my top 10
Mm-hmm.
that year. I now
Mine
feel
too.
like safe in admitting, like with Elle Fanning getting the Oscar nomination for sentimental value, like no, it's kind of because she plays twin robots in this movie too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's really
Sure.
charming in this
Dual
movie.
roles.
A lot
Dual
of
roles
dual.
were big this year.
Yeah, we might have
It's
more
the
dual
year of
roles.
twins. We talked about it. It's so weird.
Uh-huh. We got to reboot the movie with Danny DeVito and Arnold. Come on, it's time. I guess they missed
wish.
the boat.
Time.
But yeah, Predator Badlands. That's number 10. I had I'll talk honorable mentions at the end of the show, but there was some stuff that was almost edging it out. I'll mention that later when we do a wrap up. But number 10, Badlands for me and Colin. Yeah.
Cool. I was gonna mention my honorable mentions now, or should I
If you want
wait
to.
until?
Basically, the closest thing to this, to getting a number 10 spot for me was either Companion or Wake Up Dead Man. I really like Companion,
Okay.
Jack Quaid, and, I thought those were good, and Dead Man's a really good Knives Out. So it was close, but Predator Badlands
Yes.
for the surprise factor, and honestly, just the amount of fun it was. I was really, just the legs fighting by themselves. Come on, that stuff's great. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your honorables
all
and what's your
liked it.
10?
Well, since you guys had the same for this one, I'll do mine 10. But first, my honorable mentions. I'll just mention them up. These were some of the hardest cuts for me. And like I said, Predator Badlands was at 15, so that was pretty close too.
Mhm.
But I'll say, Superman, Train Dreams, Black Bag, and Wake Up Dead Man. So, which was one I really wanted to talk about, but I just couldn't justify putting it any higher than 12, which is where I have it.
That's exactly where it is for me.
Yeah. And so I wanted
Wow.
to talk about it, but I'll just briefly say, like, I did really like it, and I think it's my favorite Knives Out of the three. Would have to rewatch not the first Knives Out, which I haven't seen in a while. But for me, I did really like it. I know it's sort of contentious. Colin wasn't as big of a fan as maybe you and I were, but pretty good movie.
Maybe has watched it twice now
my
and
gosh.
actually knows that he hates it. It's very weird.
He watched to
can't believe
confirm. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one
I
might
thought it
be
was
my
good,
favorite,
and-
but I liked it.
Yeah, and it was just a good look at religion, and I thought it was an interesting angle where it's actually trying to be about something more than the other Knives Outs have been, more than just a sort of murder mystery pastiche. So I like that angle of it. And Josh O'Connor, the lead character, I thought he was really great in it. So
Do
yeah.
either of you guys watch any cozy mystery TV like Only Murders in the Building or all these like
Columbo?
thousands of TV shows that Poker Face that have popped
Face.
up in the wake of Knives Out bringing this genre back to prominence?
I've seen some of Only Murders in the Building, like the first 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just a Poker Face guy, but I introduced my parents to that, and they really liked it too. So they watched season 2 without me having to tell them about it. So yeah, Poker Face is probably the one I like. Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah, Poker Face is great. That's Ryan Johnson, obviously. And Only Murders in the Building, I only mainly watched for Steve Martin and Martin Short are in it, so I was like, this could be interesting. But it's okay. But I haven't kept up. I don't know how many seasons there are now, but I have not kept up since the season 2, I guess.
100
Probably.
seasons?
They have like every actor is in it. But yeah, so Wake Up Dead Man, check it out on Netflix. Honorable
Kai
mention.
Spaney, Alien Romulus, she's in it.
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah.
But as for my actual top 10,
Mhm.
I'm going with the movie that I saw recently in January, a little movie called Roof Man.
This is Channing Tatum's Roof Man, correct? I
Man.
was curious
Channing
about
Tatum.
this, but I have not seen it yet.
Wow, number
Yeah,
10.
this is on Paramount Plus. You can watch it on there.
Okay.
This movie I think suffered from really just mismarketing. The way it was marketed as sort of a more like a goofy comedy was really the angle they went, and that's not really how this movie feels at all. And I noticed, when I was like, "What is this movie, Roof Man?" I was like, "Oh, it's directed by Derek France, who's a director I really like, who did this movie called The Place Beyond the Pines, which I loved, and Blue Valentine, which I loved." So I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. That's what he's doing now. This movie called Roof Man with Channing Tatum." So I
Hmm.
checked it out, and it actually is a lot more sort of emotional, vibe to it than like the trailers. I don't know who made the trailers and who did the marketing, but totally wrong, and it didn't work at all because I guess it was a pretty big box office flop.
Mm.
It's one of those films that's advertised to me on Reddit with a fake Reddit post as, "Did you know there was a guy who lived in a Toys R Us?" Where I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, What is this?" And I like scroll past it where I'm like, I'm not gonna click on this fucking bullshit. What the fuck is this? And like, I don't give it a chance.
the marketing was so weird, but if you actually get into it, it's sort of this small indie, sort of more emotional movie, and really good performance by Channing Tatum. I thought he actually did really good. Kirsten Dunst, always incredible, and a great sort of supporting cast. And yeah, it's based on this true story of this guy who robbed all these McDonald's by like cutting a hole in the roof and then robbing them. Eventually gets caught, goes to jail, breaks out of jail, and then hides out in a Toys R Us. This happened in like the late '90s, so Toys R Us was still a thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And he because Toys R Us, they went bankrupt, right?
Yeah.
Something.
They're gone.
They're gone.
R.I.P. People don't, kids aren't out there buying toys anymore. Um,
Not a
but
brick and
it's a really
mortar.
interesting story.
Hmm.
Yeah, so check that one out. Roof Man, I recommend it.
If only he lived in modern times and did this stuff, he could have been live streaming his hiding out in a Toys R Us for 48 days,
Right,
vlog
right.
style, you know?
Let
I
it
built a
Yeah, he kind
air
of
fort.
on like
he lives
Hmm.
in this Toys R Us, starts kind of like observing the employees, ends up like meeting Kirsten Dunst, who works there in person, and then starting a relationship with her while being like on the run from the police and stuff. So interesting little movie.
Okay.
Channing's kind of back, like outside of obviously he had such a warm reception as Gambit that they're bringing him back for Secret Wars this year. But have you guys
Mm-hmm.
watched any of his like recent like drama stuff? Did you guys watch that film Dog?
Mm-mm, no.
No. Although I was watching a movie, I think in theaters with my sister, and that trailer came on. She's like, "Oh, of course I want to see this movie, Dog, about a dog." So
She
she's like, "I
likes
really want to
dogs.
see that." She likes
She likes
dogs,
Channing Tatum
uh,
and she likes dogs. So yeah.
All
probably.
right.
But this role does feel like kind of like, oh, he's trying to do a more dramatic, indie kind of role, not necessarily like an Oscars type of role, but if it got the right kind of reception, it would have been. But I thought understated but good performance from him. So I think he really nails it.
There's there's just something about Channing Tatum that makes me root for him in a way where like if one of my friends ragged on him, I'd be like, "Hey, you don't understand. In high school, he tried to do a dive and he hit his head, and now he's doing the best that he can." Like we're all proud of
Is that
him.
true?
Like
Yeah.
I no, it's like he
Uh,
gives the energy of just like a guy where you're just like, "Hey, don't you ever say anything about my buddy Channing. He's
yeah,
trying his hardest."
I think he's
Hmm.
underrated in comedies like 21 Jump Street. He's hilarious in those movies. So he's an underrated actor, I think, in terms of like he can play, yeah, like the dumb jock archetype very well, of course. But he also can do this sort of indie dramatic work as well.
Yeah, I never watched a ton of his movies. I've never seen a Magic Mike. I've never seen a 21 Jump
Mm.
Street. So he's never
Oh,
been super on my radar, but I did see interviews
mhm.
with Kirsten Dunst being like, dude, he's so good in this. Channing Tatum does such a good performance and like really putting him over. So good for him.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage,
Oh, that's right.
big part of
Yes,
this
he's in
movie.
this.
Peter
Mike,
Dinklage.
you would love
Um,
21 Jump Street. You should check
yeah,
that movie out.
I think
Okay.
the 21 and 22 Jump Street are some of the funnier comedies from that era, I would say.
I know about Korean
Um,
Jesus and how he's busy with Korean shit, but
that's
that's
right.
about it.
Ice
um,
Cube.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Well, I have to give it a whirl.
yeah, check it out.
Nice.
Oh,
I
and it's
guess I
got
got.
your favorite Wyatt Russell.
Oh,
Um,
well, sign me up
God
then.
bless.
his breakout role, some say. Some might say.
Really?
I don't
Okay.
know if that's
Okay.
true, but yeah.
Doubtful.
Wyatt
So
Russell
go
did not
ahead,
make.
number 9.
Yeah,
Yeah,
number
sorry.
nine. I was going to say Wyatt Russell did not make the cut with his Thunderbolts this year in my list
Mm,
at all. But shout out to
no,
U.S.
unfortunately.
Agent. My number 9, though, we were talking about Wake Up Dead Man. We got Josh Brolin. I have Zach Kreger's Weapons coming in at number 9. Uh,
Josh Brolin
Julia
stays busy.
Garner, Benedict Wong. He
Yeah.
does stay very busy, but yeah, I got Weapons.
He's in a lot of movies.
I'm not
Weapons.
sure if I like it more or less than Barbarian, which made my top like 5 the year that came out. But yeah, I like
Right.
this movie. Julia Garner, Marty Bird, but she's got an American accent now.
Well,
Yeah, it's good. Weird witch movie. I don't know. Genre again. Yeah.
This
This makes a cut for you
is
guys.
on my list. Yeah, this
Okay.
is on my list. One higher. This is my number 8. So
All right, close
there you
range.
go.
Colin, did this make the
it
cut?
is it is deeper up on mine.
Okay, cool. But yeah, just brief. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's weird, goofy. I like this how they tell the story in fragments and it jumps forward and back in time. You really don't get it until all said and done. And that ending is just one of the most crazy, out of left field things I've seen in a long time. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, Weapons made it in there. Thank you, Zach Kreger. That's my
Yeah,
number 9.
I've seen it twice now. Rewatched it with my sister. Yeah, pretty interesting movie. I've liked both Barbarian and this movie, both in my top 10s of those years.
Mhm.
And so definitely a director you got to look out for going forward. And so yeah, I really liked Weapons. I'm a little surprised by the sort of Oscar push for Aunt Gladys. What's that actress' his name? I
Amy
just forgot.
Madigan.
Amy
Amy
Madigan.
Madigan, married to
Ed
what's that
Harris.
actor's name? Ed Harris. Uh,
Who else?
Thank
Who
you.
else?
right. No, I'm a little surprised because I thought she was great in that role, but for an Oscar, like for Best Supporting Actress, there's sort of a push for her. I don't know if she's the favorite. Um, I'm surprised that they would sort of award a genre role where like where she's playing this like creepy
It
witch character.
Mm-hmm.
it's It is one of those things that the Blank Check podcast would call a thermostat performance. It's one of those things where a character comes into a movie and completely dials in and changes it like to their own
Mm,
degree, right? Where that
Hmm.
movie doesn't make sense until you meet the craziest woman in the world. And then you're like, oh, I see what this whole movie is. This is insane. And I think that's the reward, Jacob, but I am with you in the strangeness of it.
Hmm.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know, but overall, yeah, really good movie. We talked about it, of course, on here. There's a couple probably a couple movies that'll be in our top 10 list that we've done full episodes on, so
oh yeah.
definitely check those out.
Mm-hmm.
But we all like Weapons.
Yep. Yeah. So good shit. No shit. I guess since we established a rotation with going to Colin, since we had the same ranking for Badlands, I guess throw it to Colin for 9 then.
Number 9, a film I've talked about on a What You before. It is Mike Flanagan's The Life of Chuck, starring Tom Hiddleston, aka Loki. Is this on anybody's?
Still not seen that
I haven't
one.
seen it. Yeah.
You
Didn't see
guys
that
still have
one.
not caught it. Prior to putting this list together, it was all the way up at number 2, number 3 at times. It has way plummeted. I've heard some film critics I like kind of trashing it. That hasn't lowered it in my eye. I really just think there has been better fare. A reminder to audience people who don't know what it is. It's a Stephen King adaptation of a novella that is just the life of one kid at different points in his life. And I found it pretty interesting and a pretty great performance, but I can see some cracks and criticisms, and that's kind of what has made me drop it down.
Interesting. Yeah, I still have to check that one out. Mike Flanagan, he loves Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
He loves death.
He loves death. I'd say he's the new Frank Darabont in that way. He loves to adapt Stephen King. But that
Or the
one,
new Rob Reiner, R.I.P. Love you, love you, love
Yeah.
you, love you, love you.
yes. But interesting doing a non-horror Stephen King adaptation, which is he doesn't have that many, but Stand By Me, of course, like you said. So I'll definitely have to check that one out. Assuming that's on Netflix or something.
I think it's a Hulu right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, all right. Yeah, that's on the list for sure. I wrote it down. So, Mike Flanagan, we like Doctor Sleep. That's like an incredible Stephen King
Dr.
thing that
Sleep.
he did.
Yeah.
So.
Still stands as his best movie, Mike. This one's up there, but Doctor Sleep just unparalleled.
It's
Of course,
special.
I'm a fan of his horror Netflix limited series
Yep, I like all those.
to different degrees.
Mhm.
Yeah, we love Mike Flanagan.
So
I'll
then,
jump
where's
into
your?
my number 9.
Yeah, what's your
Yeah,
9?
sorry.
No, what is it?
Yeah, like I said, okay, Superman didn't make my list, but
Hmm.
at 13, honorable mention for that. But at my number 9, I do have a blockbuster type of movie. I'm talking one we just talked about, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Wow.
I was
Number
expecting
9.
it to be a lot higher, Jacob, if I'm being honest.
Gosh,
Spider?
It was
Come
I
on.
was
higher.
about to say Jurassic Park.
Oh, no.
It, yeah, Jurassic Park, Scarlett Johansson. No, it was
Jurassic
higher
Park.
at one point. But
Mhm.
as I've seen more movies that I've caught up on, where it's like, ones that I've been wanting to see and stuff, it's sort of dropped down the list a little bit. Way of Water was on my top 10 the year that came out. And this one, of course, we've talked about it at length, but of course,
Mhm.
I'm a big fan. Only criticism really is that it does share a lot in common with Way of Water, so maybe that drops it down a few as well. But I got
Hmm.
to put it on there for my boy JC and my boy Spider, my girl Varang, uh,
Mhm.
Payakan, the Mighty Tolkun. We love them all. So
Icon the
uh,
Mighty Tolkien. Hell yeah.
number 9, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Incredible.
Mike,
Not
is
on
this
my
on your
list.
list?
Honestly,
Really?
I don't want to
Honorable
be
mention?
rude. I have it at number
How dare you.
24. It's just above
Wow.
Fantastic Four, just behind K-pop Demon Hunters. Sorry.
Wow.
The
Wow, wow, wow.
disrespect. The
I know.
disrespect
We talked
to
about it. It's just
JC.
he
Yeah.
retold a
No, it's
lot of plot points
understandable.
from Way of Water. It's amazing technically. I'll glaze them all day for the behind the scenes and how those movies are made. Just the plot, it's like, story is king, and for me, the story wasn't king enough on that movie.
Fair enough.
But
Fair enough. I will say, like, yeah,
to each
if
their own.
you listeners, if you don't understand this franchise, if you've been negative about this franchise in the past, my theory is like, if you only see it on streaming, it's not going to live
Mm.
up to expectations potentially. The only proper way to see it is you got to see it in 3D, IMAX, go into theaters, see it when it comes out, and just get lost in the immersive experience. I think that's really key to enjoying these films properly.
Yeah.
But shout out to Avatar.
No, incredible.
We love
Again, full marks, just personal. And I can't watch it at home now. You can only watch it once in 3D in theaters. Then when you watch it at home, it's just not the
Right.
same. That's where I'm at.
It's
But
not the same. It's an
I respect your
experience.
opinion.
Yeah.
It is an experience for sure.
Yeah.
It's not on my list. This is the first Avatar film to not be on my top 10 year-end list.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think it would come in at number 11, Jacob. I think I'm putting Predator just a little above it, even though I think that movie's like Predator is probably just as good as Fire Tar,
Fire Tar.
Yes, that's
Avatar,
good.
Fire and Ash, but it's showing me things I haven't seen before. And again, that's kind of what we're looking for in those cool sci-fi adventure films, right?
Yeah, I
Sure.
think that's where we're at. I was trying to see where I put Way of Water, but I can't find it. Oh yeah, it was
And
in my
that pretty
top
high,
5. It was in the top 5. Yep. All right.
Yeah, I had mine 5 as well in 2022. I like to go back and look at my old lists and just see what I was into at the time.
See if you
but yeah,
feel the same
Avatar.
way. Well,
Number 9.
I got a number 8 here that I was not expecting whatsoever. Period at the start of the year, even when I went to go see it, another surprise movie that I ended up really digging. It's
Wow.
an anime movie. It is Chainsaw
Chainsaw.
Man Reze
Yeah.
Arc, the movie.
Hell yeah.
Wow. What a movie.
Woo!
I was blown away by the animation, the action, like the music. I liked all the characters, and I'd never seen a Chainsaw Man, like I said before watching the movie. I just went in blind. I ended up going back, rewatching the entire series, and then watching the movie again in theaters because I was like, now I want context. So, Chainsaw
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Shout out to Denji
Mike,
and the
Haven't
boys.
I
seen
would
this one.
I was too chicken shit to see them in theaters, but since your recommendation, I have now seen Chainsaw Man and the Demon Slayer film that were released on streaming now this year. And Chainsaw Man, Doug, you're talking about the action. I'll give you this. What
Mhm.
a fucking love story. What a
Bro.
fucking emotional film, dog. Oh,
Yes. I'm very upset with someone in that universe right now because what a story. Yeah, it's incredible. So I won't spoil it, but yeah, great love story, great action, great characters. Chef's Kiss, Chainsaw Man's good shit. And I don't watch a ton of anime, so there you go. Number 8, The Chainsaw Man.
I don't know if that I can put these chapter movies truncated arc films on my top 10 list, but
Right.
but there is no doubt that like they are incredible and look amazing. Like I'm not begrudging you for you putting it on there. It
No,
just
yeah.
I just go like, but wait, that's like a TV thing.
It's like a TV spin-off almost. Yeah, like 3 episodes slammed together to be theatrical. I could see that, but it made me dig the franchise. I saw it twice. I was like,
Yeah.
good job making something
But it is
artistic.
big screen worthy. Like it is like I'm
The
not
finale
trashing
is
that one.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like city scale battles. It's pretty sweet. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, I'll keep it there. But where's your number 8, Colin?
Well, we'll stay in the anime realm. You've kind of trash talked it already because you
Oh.
talked about how low it is on your list, unfortunately. It
No.
is the biggest movie ever made in the history of films, of course. I
Wait.
am talking about
Which movie would that be?
Oh,
K-pop.
Avatar: Fire and Ash.
yo,
K-pop, Demon Hunters.
I don't just because it's
We're gonna be golden.
no. I enjoyed that movie, but yeah, go ahead. Why is it taking number 9? 2 animateds though. I like that.
It's dog. It's the greatest. I love it. Your letterbox review, Mike, and you clearly did not like this movie. I think you gave it like 3 stars or something like that, where you said that it only has one good song surrounded by a bunch. I like literally every song on the soundtrack. My favorite is the
That's 2
duet
good
between how dare you? I like the rooftop one with her and the bad boy. I think that song is amazing.
I like that too.
It's Colin, I'll tell you, I was probably the first one to watch it, and then I think I
Yeah.
recommended it to you, Colin. You watched it and you loved it.
Absolutely.
Not on my top 10. I do have it at 21.
Wow, you both
currently,
have it in your 20s. Okay.
which is still
Yeah.
good. I mean, a lot of there's a lot of good movies out there, but that's a 3.5-star movie for me. I liked it a lot for what it is, and I like that it sort of uses Korean folklore and stuff and ties that in. Very funny. The evil BTS band
The
is
Saja
hilarious.
Boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys.
And I like
Soda Pop, My Little Soda
the tr-
Pop is a great song. You
Soda
guys are
Pop.
insane. You guys are insane.
Yeah.
I may well be.
And I like the main trio. And it's interesting how it is really a pop culture phenomenon this year. It's one of the biggest movies. I mean, it was a straight to Netflix release. But you can imagine in theaters, I mean, Zootopia 2 did about $20 billion,
Good
probably.
2 billion at least.
So
Yeah.
you can imagine how much K-pop Demon Hunters would have done in theaters with families going to see and stuff.
They
I
did
know
that
a lot of kids.
sing-along re-release. It was the
Yeah.
number 1 movie that week. But then, as you're saying, Jacob, that's not capitalized. That's not $1 billion. Like
No,
what
you got to
Zootopia
think like,
did.
does Netflix regret that? Because well, it was originally it's a Sony film, right? It's same studio that made the Spider-Verse movies and stuff. Originally was going to get a theatrical release, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and then ends up as a Netflix original. But like, is really the traffic to Netflix that much better than making $1 billion worldwide at the box office? Like, you got to think maybe they regret that one.
But isn't this like, but doesn't Netflix look at that data themselves for this whole Warner Brothers deal? It's like, shouldn't you then want theatrical windows?
That's what I would
Yeah.
think. But they say, people in theaters, that's eyes that aren't watching Netflix.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And their thing is, we want people to sign up for $10 a month and then forget to cancel because like one $20
Right.
ticket versus, $120 a year infinitely.
Yeah.
But no, I like this movie. I didn't mean to trash it. My review was I was being a little pedantic, I guess, but it's fun. It had heart, and I still have Golden stuck in my head to this day. Like
Yeah.
And
Golden's
I
a
lived
great
in
song. I
K-Town
like
for
the
like 16 years.
K-Town
I'm
song.
very familiar with that.
And God bless you for that. We're running out of award ceremonies where they can drag these 3 K-pop stars who actually sing the song for these
Yes.
characters and have them do a new remix. Like there kind of is
Well,
no new hook for it, but it is always interesting and cool when they
See them
do come
try it.
out.
yeah, they've done it live. It's interesting.
They've done it at every award show at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They are going to win
Golden
Best
Globes.
Song, I would imagine.
They-
I
Oh,
would
yeah.
imagine
I would
Golden will
imagine
win, and I
so.
would imagine they will win Best Animated Movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
probably.
can see that for sure.
But it's interesting. Like the main trio have voice actors that do the speaking lines, and then different singers that do the singing lines.
Mhm.
And the main lady is a former K-pop potential. She was a
like a
trainee,
trainee.
and then eventually became a writer and wrote a lot of big K-pop hits. And as someone who
Wow.
knows a little bit about K-pop, Blackpink, my number one, girls, of course.
It's a blinker.
I'm a bit of a blink, but this, I would say that my pedanticness is that I'm not 3-member K-pop groups is interesting because it's usually 4 or more. So that was always like my main bone to pick with this movie. Is
Yeah.
like, why is it a trio? Like you never see
Hmm.
trios in K-pop. You either see 4 or 5 or 6 or even larger groups.
Like Girls'
just a minor
Generation is like
nitpick.
9 members. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
And
love
this-
that.
Yeah.
The Huntrix is obviously modeled off of a Blackpink type
Mhm.
group, which again is 4 members. So
Well, that's why the
anyways,
Soja Boys is so funny because there truly are like 6 of them.
Yeah.
yeah, 5 or 6, and that's obviously modeled off BTS, just their style and sound and everything.
Yeah.
Soda Pop. Yeah, I'm
Be Your
assuming
Idol.
this movie will definitely get a sequel, I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see that. And yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters 2, definitely check that out. I like the villain. The villain is voiced by what's his name from No Other Choice and a million other things. He's a very
Oh.
famous
what's his name?
Korean actor. Yes.
Lee Byung-hun
Squid
of
Game.
Storm Shadow fame, G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra.
That's
you mean?
right.
I love him.
He's the
Yeah.
voice of the evil demon bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
Nice.
check out K-pop Demon Hunters if you haven't seen it already on Netflix.
I like the message too. It's like you gotta just be yourself, and it's okay to be yourself. You don't gotta hide it. We are shining. I'm
these
where
pretty
I'm meant to
demon,
be.
You
yeah.
don't understand. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Of course, Golden
Good
is a great
pick.
song. Takedown is a good song. They love to eat their noodles and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They love it.
I visited Ohio to see my family over the holidays, and my dad, I got him into instant ramen, and he had the K-pop Demon Hunters instant ramen. Now that they're licensed on everything, I was like, all right.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Anyway.
And the kids
Oh,
love
you
it.
got Rumi?
Oh yeah, yeah. Who's your bias? Are you roomy person? Or yeah.
I'm a
Oh,
Rumi.
yeah.
I go for Rumi. I'm all about Rumi.
It is funny. You have the different archetypes. You're like, oh, this is the rapper one that does the raps. This is the one that is sort of like the bad girl. This is
The
the
dancer.
leader.
The
Yeah.
singer, the dancer.
Uh,
Yeah.
Right.
Good stuff. Well, that's an 8. And boy, did they
And
eat
my
when they
8
performed that song at the Golden Globes. But Jacob, what's your 8?
Well, my 8, we did just talk about it. Weapons, of course.
That's right.
One
slot up.
There you go.
All right. Well, 7, I have a movie that I watched during one of my catch-ups. And this is just a COVID throwback proto-western, Eddington. Pedro Pascal, Joaquin Phoenix. I just liked it a lot. The movie didn't play out the way I had expected. It has some twists and turns with the plot. It was kind of uncomfortable just being like, oh yeah, I remember living through this time. 6 feet, wear a mask kind of stuff. And then everyone went crazy because of the internet, and we're still there. So it explores some really interesting themes. So Eddington is my 7. Was this on the list for you guys?
This is where it's way up on mine.
Okay,
we're
cool.
Gonna be talking about this one a little later, Mike.
Gotcha. No worries.
Yeah, it's on
Emily.
mine. It's higher on mine as well.
I have a top 5 that's very weird because it's skewed very closely to my personal taste. So I think my top 5 is not going to be very... There's going to be some ones that definitely wouldn't be considered that for other people, but for me. So that's why Eddington's maybe a little bit lower, but I like this movie a lot.
No, I have mine on mine.
Yeah,
Is
we'll talk
slightly
about it when it
higher.
moves up then.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. But Eddington, Pedro Pascal, of course, Joaquin Phoenix, Josh Brolin, and Pedro Pascal are the two actors that are they're just in 4 movies this year or something. And it's funny because Pedro Pascal was originally going to play Josh Brolin's part in Weapons, but had to drop out due to Fantastic Four scheduling issues.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Walton Goggins, who is the Pedro Pascal of television, doesn't understand why he doesn't have a movie career, since he and Pedro Pascal both came from cable television breakouts in their late 40s?
Right, Game of Thrones.
Maybe, but he's a goat of TV. I mean, he's been on TV since the 2000s, Walton Goggins with The Shield, and then with that other show with Timothy Oliphant. He's been doing TV for a long, long time. And
Sons of Anarchy.
He's comfortable in that arena. Yeah.
Listeners don't know this. Jacob loves him as an actor, and he's been watching him for a long time on stuff like The Shield, as Jacob just said. But anytime he gets shown, Jacob will say, "Look at him. He's got the craziest hairline I've ever seen." You're always so looking at you're like, look at Walton Goggins.
He's doing a lot for balding.
He's got the craziest hair I've ever seen. He's doing so much for us balding white guys.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
He's somehow making the balding, receding hairline work for him. He's got crazy veneers now. Yeah. But he just has the charisma to pull it off. Yeah. And we love him as the Ghoul.
The Ghoul.
People want to fuck the Ghoul. It's crazy. His charisma level is insane. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you pull off a no nose look. Yeah,
that's right. No nose, no hair, still pulling.
But Pedro, he was successfully able to convert his breakout role on Game of Thrones into a movie star career, so much to the point where people are saying, Pedro Pascal, that guy's in everything now. Do we have any other actors? I'm not saying that, but he was in 4 movies this year, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and he's about to save my best friend Grogu.
That's right.
Can't wait. Oh boy, the next 2 movies he'll be in are that movie and I assume Avengers Doomsday.
Please don't say things like that.
Oh,
wow. He's got to get those IP movies in so he can make the Eddingtons, he can make the Materialists and movies like that. So
that's right.
Yeah, Eddington, Joaquin Phoenix, of course, killing it.
Did you guys?
We'll talk about that more. Yeah.
Did you guys see The Materialists?
No,
I did. I've seen it. I watched that on a plane when I was flying somewhere, and I was like, I'll put on The Materialists. It's Captain America, Mr. Fantastic, and Spider Lady. What can you do?
Oh, Madam Web. How dare you?
Madam Web.
Mike, do you care if I ruin the twist of The Materialists too?
Go for it.
So Jacob knows this because the entire film is about a love triangle, a will they won't they, between Spider-Woman's old love, Captain America, or her new love,
Chris Evans,
rich Mr. Fantastic,
Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
The twist of the movie is she learns to not like Pedro Pascal and learns to judge him because he got that weird experimental surgery that breaks your shins and makes you taller.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. What a
Isn't
plot.
that so weird? And at one point she's breaking up with him and he's like, it's kind of hard for me not to assume it's because of the weird leg surgery. She's like, it's not that. He's like, it's kind of hard for me to think it's not because of that.
Yeah. And literally everything else about him is perfect.
Legs.
He's extremely rich. He's charming. He's good looking. He's Pedro Pascal, obviously. But yeah, getting those leg extension surgeries improves his confidence, in the dating scene. But yeah, interesting movie.
2 inches taller.
But
Dakota plays a matchmaking person, someone who works to make matches between rich people on
That's
a
not the
dating
interesting
service.
fact about it, Jacob. The interesting fact is the leg surgery.
It feels kind of shallow on her part. People get, rhinoplasty or breast implants or whatever, cosmetic of all kind of cosmetic surgery, but 2 inches taller, that's weird. I don't know.
It's part of a greater thing where she realizes her true love is poor Chris Evans, who works as a bartender. He's a struggling actor, and he's a Bernie bro, as he points out. He says, I support Bernie. Pedro, he's a rich guy.
Mike,
at how
I
far
would
we've
break
come.
up with someone, and I think it would be fair for them to say, "Is it because of the extra thumbs I had sewed on?" And I think I would be allowed to be like, "Yes, it is because of the thumbs."
No, I
That's a
think it's part of a larger
Seinfeld
thing where
plot.
she realizes like she's happy in a relationship, but also realizes like she would never truly love Pedro like she does
Yeah.
This
Chrysanthemum,
is
I guess.
I don't
this
know.
is how powerful Peter Pascal is, because that movie's not on any of our lists, I assume. And we were talking about Eddington, and
No,
now
I
we
didn't
just
like
did
it that
5
much.
quick minutes on the material
It's
list.
important. It's
We gotta talk
important to know.
materialist. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Oh well, 7, Colin. What's your 7 looking at?
So if you didn't like my number 8, Mike, K-pop Demon Hunters for its songs, I know that you love my number 7 pick because it has your song of the year. I am
Wicked.
talking about "Pick Poor Robin Clean."
Oh shit,
Pick poor
7.
Robin Clean.
That's right.
Great
Great Irish
hmm
folk.
Are you having a party, Jack
We're
O'Connell?
talking
Okay.
singers. We're talking Ryan Coogler's masterpiece, which I've been getting a lot of smack talk in some friend circles lately about
have
it
some
not
yes.
being good.
Mm-mm.
More divisive movie than I would have thought, with some people saying. I mean, now it's become the lukewarm take of, oh, it's overrated. It was good, but I mean, 16 nominations? I don't know. It's
Right.
like, yeah, shut up. It's a great genre movie that has a lot of.
Have you watched it and ever had an orgasm? They both feel great, is my
Yeah.
response to that. It's like it feels like electrifying.
I have
And
it
it's up for a
higher
lot of
up on my
technical
list.
noms.
Yeah, a lot of technical
Yeah,
stuff
I have it
because
way
of the
higher
IMAX.
as well.
Yeah.
I'll say.
We'll
So it's on
talk
my
about it
top
now.
10,
I've still
higher up.
never seen it in IMAX. I haven't gone to this re-release. I love this new fucking popcorn bucket that they put out. I think it's the coolest looking one ever. So
What
I
is
just
that?
rewatched it. It's a little guitar case that says like Sinners on it. That's adorable. But I
Hmm.
just rewatched it on HBO Max, and it just fucking hits, guys. It rules.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the criticisms from our friends, oh, and then it just turns into a generic vampire movie. What are you talking about? Isn't nothing about it is generic. It's a fucking
No.
spiritual musical set in,
The
post-slavery
Mississippi
era
Delta.
race relations,
Yeah.
about, blues music and everything. And it's like nothing about it is generic. Even in the third act, like the vampire being Irish is so important to the movie and stuff, and like the Irish identifying with black people where they were treated as lesser in this country. There's just so much there that I can't, I don't understand some of this criticism.
It's like an onion. It's got layers. But yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
a ranterino when it gets to my point of the list. But yeah,
Yeah, we
not
all love
overrated
Sinners
at
on
all.
3 of our lists. No, I don't
Yeah.
think so, and it's higher for me. I mean, what can you say? Like incredible acting as well.
Dual role.
Dual role, and it was a huge hit in terms of culturally, not just box office wise, but it was again a cultural phenomenon. I think of all the films this year, it's one of the ones where it's like everyone was talking about it. People are still talking about it now. The discourse, like, oh, is it overrated? Is it properly rated? All this stuff. People are still talking about it, and it's
And now I can weapon style break my little voodoo doll that controls all the Academy voters when I've been controlling them to vote for Delroy Lindo. You are now
Yes.
free. Now that you've set him up with a nomination, you are free.
That's right. Delroy
Yes.
Lindo, Michael B. Jordan getting nominated for Best Actor. That
Wumi
one I don't
Masako,
know
did she
about.
get nominated?
Some
Osaka.
snubs.
Best
Yeah,
actor, best director,
that's
best
right.
picture,
So
best
3
editing, best
acting,
casting,
Best
the new
maybe a lot of
cinematography.
technical cinematography, score, editing,
song.
visual effects. I mean,
They'll lose to
a lot
K-pop
of
for best
categories.
song.
Best song.
You're right about that. But anyway,
I think so. I don't think
Proud.
Delroy Lindo. I mean, that's the thing. It's
That's a lifetime
16
achievement thing.
nominations. It's going to not win most of those nominations. Unfortunately, it's good that it got nominated. It's going to be an also ran with a lot of those nominations. Hopefully, it gets like, I don't know if it'll even get cinematography. I mean, there's some really good other, some stiff top competition there. So we'll see.
we'll
It might
see.
be one battle tonight, I think. Yeah.
My fear is they gave it the 16 noms so it could be the bridesmaid. Like we'll give you the most noms
Right.
ever, but we're not giving you like
Always the bridesmaid.
You get nothing else.
That's what I'm
I think
scared
that's
of.
what's going to happen. But good for it for getting so many nominations and getting such recognition. The fact that it was nominated at all, I think 10 years ago, the Academy doesn't nominate something like this. And of course, they've expanded from 5 to 10 for Best Picture nominees, but still, it's like that's why they did it. So it was after the 2008, I think, the Dark Knight snub, where it's like
But
Dark Knight.
also,
Yeah, go ahead.
it is like it is hack, I guess, or like maybe you could make jokes now, or like I don't know, bad conservative comedians would talk about how woke it is that there were all those campaigns like Oscars so white and stuff, but like this is like a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like this does show a change to the type of films, like exactly what you just said, Jacob, about the expansion to 10, but like that's not even the reason that this snuck in there. Like truly the films that they've watched recently, which has leaned so forward to foreign affair and subtitle driven drama, has now kind of, for the films we've homegrown, also become more diverse, which is really exciting to see.
Yeah, it was a huge hit in every way, and that's a success story. And I think as far as Oscars, like even as far as Ryan Coogler films, I think it's more. I see that argument more with Black Panther, where it's like I never was on board with like Black Panther is Oscar worthy. Like it's still a Marvel movie at the end of the day. To me, Sinners is a better movie than Black Panther and more deserving of awards and things like that. And truly, it's a cultural moment. Like I mean, Black Panther maybe was as well, but like something like Get Out. So definitely worthy of praise, of its praise.
Before we move on, yeah, and I'll have more to say later, but it came out in like April of last year too. Like it came out early last year, and the fact that it's still in the conversation, it's hard you can't get that attention anymore. You can't manufacture it, so it has that staying power. So there you go.
Right. It's almost like Warner Brothers didn't know what they had and was like,
And they're
and there's
selling
those
now.
articles at the time of like, is it making its budget back or whatever? It's like, yeah, it made its budget back. Like it's huge.
The biggest R-rated opening ever.
Whether
or
or not
something.
it did, yeah, and whether or not it made, however much it needed to make, like it was a huge, just
Don't you
culturally,
worry.
everyone was talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's filling up number 7 slot on your list, Jacob?
Great question. So you said, what was your 7?
Mine was Eddington.
Eddington.
Mine was
Eddington, Sinners, both higher on my list. I have a movie I just saw recently. Late addition to the list, The Phoenician Scheme, Wes Anderson's new film.
I have not seen this one
So-
yet.
I've kind of lost my my compass on him. I have also not seen him and not seen a bit of his last few works, Jacob. So get me back on track here. What am I missing?
Of course, Wes Anderson. I'm always a big fan of Wes Anderson. His last movie, Asteroid City, was on my top 10 of that year, if you remember.
Right,
That was
I haven't seen that still.
2023, number 6 on my list from that year. Big fan of Asteroid City. This one I'm a big fan of as well. Benicio del Toro, huge year for him. If you're talking already, his role in One Bow After Another, of course, amazing. And now the lead of this film. And
Jacob, would you say he's had a few large years?
A few large
years. I've had a few large years.
Nice.
That's right. And
where are we going, sir? I was just going. I was just driving.
And if you see him in One Bow After Another, and then see him in this, he's so different in this movie. But this is of course Wes Anderson. So it's his style. It's everything you expect it to be. It's him kind of doing an action movie where there's like more action and violence in this one in an interesting way, but of course it still has his house style, let's say, his framing, his shot composition, the way everything that he does, his whole thing. And so many Wes Anderson movies are about hiding sort of your human emotions behind all this artifice, right? That's what it's all about for him. And this is another movie. It's about a man trying to connect with his daughter. And so that's ultimately what's behind it all.
But I love that.
Yeah,
but actual plot wise, isn't it about a man who's constantly almost assassinated, deciding to finally put an end to assassinations?
Sort of, yeah. It's about he's doing
it's
like
a
this
funny
business deal. And yeah, people are always trying to kill him. And it's got your usual Wes Anderson ensemble cast of like, oh, there's Tom Hanks in a small role. There's Scarlett Johansson. Like there's all these big names, right? But the main characters, it's him, it's his daughter, who is played by um, Mia Threepleton, who I was like, who's this Mia Threepleton? Looked it up. Of course, she is Kate Winslet's daughter. She's a
Okay.
nepo baby, but you know, doesn't have her last name, so it's harder to tell. So she's in this movie. Michael Cera also in this movie. They're kind of the three biggest characters, and it's yeah. What can I say? Like it's got a lot of heart. It's just buried underneath these layers of artifice, which is his whole thing, Wes Anderson. So I'm
Yeah, I haven't
maybe some people
watched.
are yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I just haven't watched a ton of his movies. I've never got like super into Wes Anderson. I like his style, but I've only really seen Tenenbaums and like Darjeeling Limited. I really haven't
Hmm.
seen a lot of his movies. I
Fair,
don't know why
fair.
that is, but I didn't
No,
see
he's
Still
sort of
Aphrodite
looking
got
yet.
good,
a.
Jacob.
I'm sorry.
Still looking good.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, he's got his thing down now. I mean, it's this obsessive focus on like order and all this stuff. I don't know. Wes Anderson, I don't want to diagnose him. I think he's autistic. And that's what
Mm,
some of these movies are about, of like him trying to express himself, his emotions. Again, Tenenbaums is about this family who's all sort of disaffected, and this father who could never
hmm
show his love in appropriate ways. And this movie is a lot like that. So yeah, he's definitely got a thing. Like you either kind of love it or hate it. Like you know what to expect with a Wes Anderson film. I
mm.
really liked Asteroid City a lot too. Some people didn't like that one as much. They might say this is a return to form for him. It's a little bit lower than I guess I had Asteroid City at 6
Mm.
that year. I have this one at 7, but that just could
Six,
be the different
7.
movies that came out this year. That's right.
Sorry.
You said Royal Tenenbaums, and it made me think of Gene Hackman, and then it again made me think of how sad the In Memoriam reel is going to be this year, with how horrible his death was, how horrible Rob Reiner's death
Yeah.
was. I'm reminded of that
Robert
skit
Redford,
from I Think You Should
Jane
Leave, that Tim
Fonda.
Robinson skit, where
hmm
they're
Oh, sorry.
like, well, you don't put how the people died in the In Memoriam. Like,
Oh,
thank
that's
God
true.
they don't. You know what I mean? Like, it
Right,
is
right.
so fucking tragic and
It's going to be a
horrible this year.
yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of big names this year, like Robert Redford, Diane
Ugh,
Keaton,
ugh.
Gene Hackman, Rob Reiner, like you said. Tough year. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
even David Lynch a year ago this month.
Yeah.
Maybe he was in last year's, but very sad.
Yeah.
He
Um,
was.
Rest in peace.
so that's my 7 Phoenician scheme. Check it out. It's on I watched it on Amazon Prime.
hmm
If you like Wes Anderson, you'll probably like it.
All
And
right.
yeah, so give it a chance.
All right. Well, so you were talking about Benicio del Toro. For my number 6, I want to talk about a different del Toro, a Guillermo, as it were, and his Netflix
Uh,
Frankenstein movie.
Wow.
I have this at number 6. Is this on your list at all, guys? The Frankenstein. Did you see it? The
Not on my list. It's a movie I
hmm.
liked a lot, but just did not get up there for me. Did not see that. It's a film that I've heard people say drops more on their list by the third act. I think the
Okay.
first two acts really work, Mike, and I think it maybe doesn't land the film, but I like it a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Lower on
fair.
my list as well. I have it at 17
Wow. Okay.
right now. Yeah, I didn't like it as much as some people. I thought it was a little lackluster just because you think Guillermo del Toro, Frankenstein, like it's a match made in heaven. And it was to a certain degree. I thought Jacob Elordi was great, Oscar Isaac, all this stuff. But
hmm
I don't know, maybe, yeah, it overstayed its welcome or something, but I didn't totally love it as much as some people.
That's fine. I could see the third act argument by the time he's telling his story to he catches up to Dr. Frankenstein, and once we're getting back to the boat, yeah, we're losing steam a little bit. But I just really liked it. I like the set design. It's Guillermo del Toro. What if Freaky Man fell in love? You're right, like classic stuff. And I think Jacob
Yeah.
Elordi and Mia Goth really carry this in a lot of ways. Oscar Isaac's great as well. So I like that those three actors. I don't know, just kind of stuck with me. I just really dug it. So
I really hope Jacob Elordi wins Best Supporting Actor. I did see maybe the funniest internet comment I've read in a long time recently that was talking about the cast of Euphoria and
Hmm.
said it's kind of like when K-pop stars have to go to the army, like go do their army service, like all these huge stars coming back to be in season
Oh,
3 of
season 3 of
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
It's like
Oh yeah,
just to waste their garbage time.
Well, Sydney Sweeney
yeah.
might be happy because she needs a little
Ooh,
career recovery, I
Needs
guess.
the attention, yeah.
we were
But yeah, Zendaya's probably over it. Yeah, Jacob Elordi's like, I'm getting nominated for Oscars now. You're right.
Jacob Elordi already won the lottery because he got to do Wuthering Heights with Margot Robbie. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wuthering Heights.
He's probably admitted as much. But
Yeah, and sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. You can, please.
I was just gonna say on the subject of Jacob Elordi,
Great name.
I was gonna say he rumors for James Bond casting. They're looking at Jacob Elordi for the next James Bond.
It wouldn't work because Q couldn't design a car large enough.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the joke, is that he's going to be running, trying to get away in a crowd, and the goon is going to be like, "Hey, is it that 6'5" guy?"
Shoot him in the head. It's
Yeah.
still visible.
He's 6'5", I believe.
He puts the tall and tall, dark, and
He's
handsome.
so
It's too tall, yeah,
Yes.
for James Bond.
so tall.
We were talking
The weird Mike, the weird walking, the mimicking on the first reveal. That I mean, it's really incredible acting, dog. It's really
just the way, and he befriends. I like the arc with the blind man in the woods. You know, all that stuff. He's friend of all animals. I really liked
right.
his trying
good. Out
to
of the
again.
forest.
I won't be accepted. I want to be a part of humanity, but I'm a freaky boy. You know. We
Yeah.
talked about how
Yeah.
for one generation, Skins was like the Star Factory,
David
you know, with Nicholas Hoult, and like Euphoria is the next version of that, you know, where they're just churning out
Could
movie
be.
stars.
I was gonna say if Jesse Plemons for Begonia got nominated, it would have been Friday Night Lights, a show that I really liked from the 2010s, which had Michael B. Jordan and Jesse Plemons come out of
You
it.
guys don't even remember my beloved. I think his name is Austin Abrams, the crackhead in Weapons, who stabs
Yeah.
that person with all the needles, who's going to be in Mike's
Alden
Resident
Ehrenreich.
Evil as the star in Euphoria. Comes from Euphoria.
So
That's
maybe the teen dating show to movie star pipeline must be studied, I guess.
That
How
is
to
funny
make the
because
rule.
Euphoria is kind of like the new Skins in terms of
That's what I'm saying.
what it's about.
Content.
Yeah.
Yeah, drugs and dating and all that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I like Frankenstein at 6. Colin, what did you like at 6?
Well, I just mentioned it. It's Weapons.
Hey, okay. Well, there we
Weapons.
go.
We've
Perfect
talked
segue.
about it before. Here's the one
had
thing
that.
I'll say about it. What I love about this film is on that episode, Jacob put forth his entire theory of like, well, this thing's about school shootings. And we talked about that. And then I feel like since we've done that episode, you and a couple other people have said to me, well, no, actually, here's what that movie's about. And I love that, like, it's such a perfectly written film, but it's also a perfectly written allegorical film that you can put so much meaning on top of what you find in Weapons.
Yeah, we had a great conversation where I was positing too, like it's weaponizing ourselves against each other, even on a broader scale, like how Julia Garner makes that guy relapse and sleep with her and ruin his relationship with his wife. She kind of weapon. It's like all these layers, and who's taking care of the kid? Everyone's neglecting the needs of the kid. Why is he buying soup? There's a lot of layers to it. It's good on rewatch. I think
So
you're right.
crazy.
Yeah, it makes you
So
think, and I
sad.
still think about it. It is sad though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good call.
All
right, well, where's 6 for Jacob?
Well, for my number 6, again, we've talked about it. It's Eddington.
Hey,
coming in at number 6.
nice.
And this movie, along with my next movie, which I'll talk about in a moment, my number 5, would make a great double feature about basically how everything is bad now. Everything sucks. And Eddington is the first movie to really reckon with this current era being about the 2000s, COVID era, BLM, summer of protests and that sort of thing. Which really, here we're sitting at 6 years later. That year, 2020, really shaped our current society that we lived in, I think. And so Eddington is sort of trying to examine that. Um,
Yeah.
and people, Ari Aster, surprisingly, Eddington not nominated for Best Picture. It seems like the Academy, Ari Aster is not one of their guys. Like Yorgos Lanthimos is one of their guys.
Right.
But Ari Aster has never broken through with the Academy, even with his, past films. For whatever reason, they don't get that recognition. But I thought, yeah, Eddington, definitely one of the best films of the year, I think.
It's crazy too to think it's set in 2020 and we were starting to hear rumblings of data centers and we're still dealing with those. We're still dealing with everyone being isolated in terms of curated algorithms now. Like nobody is on the shared wavelength anymore. And it all kind of started with COVID and forced isolation. Everybody's being in bubbles. Great movie.
This breakdown of being able to live with each other. We're in these partisan
social
bubbles,
fabric.
like you said. And Joaquin Phoenix, what a fascinating character he plays in this movie, I think, where it's like you think you have him pegged and then there's some stuff that happens that really it starts to, go off the rails and spiral like halfway through the movie or so. Also, what a great use of Katy Perry's Fireworks.
Oh my gosh, yes.
One of the best uses of a song, I think, this year in movies. So
very effective. And this is, you said, still higher up for you, Colin? This was on your list, right?
Yeah, we've still not hit.
So we'll get back to it. Cool. All right. Yeah, Eddington, great movie. I'm glad we all have. This is the first one that is on all three of our lists, or was Weapons also?
Weapons was, and Eddington is. Yes.
So far. Okay,
Correct.
cool.
So both movies I guess we didn't do an episode on Eddington, but
Jacob hates Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
Number 15 for me, not too.
He says he wants
too
Deck
low.
to die.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He says he's the dad.
Frankenstein was 17.
With the dad.
That's right. All right. Well, that gets us 10-6. Let's take a quick break and then we'll get into the top 5 of our top movies of 2025. Wow. Right after this.
Baby,
Good work,
you're a
guys.
firework.
Just
Oh,
slowly
boy,
walking back to turn it back on and then turn it off. What a scene.
I love just Joaquin Phoenix like getting COVID and like getting sicker and sicker throughout the movie. Incredible.
Yeah. Wild stuff. All right. Well, I guess we're back. That was the tail end of our Eddington thoughts, Katy Perry. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating in the wind, waiting to start again?
Usually when I'm watching American Beauty.
Like a plastic bag.
Correct. But yeah, we're in the top 5 now. So I'm excited to get into what we consider the best of the best for 2025. I guess I'll jump in. I'm curious if this was, I'm assuming it's on at least one of your lists, but I wonder where. I have Superman. James Gunn's Superman at number 5. Does this make your lists?
I mentioned in my honorable mentions
that
this was one of my toughest cuts in my top 10. It's at 13 right now. I've got Train Dreams 11, Wake Up Dead Man 12, Superman 13, Black Bag 14. Those are my hardest cuts. But Superman, really loved it. I've seen it twice now. Unfortunately, I don't know. Some things just held it a little bit back, but still pretty high for me.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll tell you what didn't hold it back, Jacob. It's my number 5 pick. Dun, 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 dun,
wow.
Dun. The greatest score of all time. You're spitting at that, Jacob. You're trying to piss on
written for that movie.
Starring the sweatiest, corniest man ever made.
Man.
I do love corny sweat. I love the casting in this movie. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor was an inspired choice.
Skins again. There he is.
Yeah. James Gunn.
I'm a skins head. I've always said that. I'm a skins head.
He's always said that. You can quote him on that.
Superman.
I don't know. James Gunn for me, obviously, we've talked about him a million times. Big James Gunn heads are all around. He's taken a little bit of a hit for me as the year has gone on. Some of the things he said in interviews where I'm like, well, you realize what you're saying is like making me like the movie less now. Like you're over explaining certain things. You're saying that's not what the movie is about. This is what it's about. It's like, well, I liked it better when so you have to block that out. And then Peacemaker season 2 being a little bit of a letdown as well. It's sort of like I'm a little more down on the James Gunn DC verse now. Also with the Supergirl trailer where it's a little uninspired, where I'm like, I don't know. A lot of things aren't living up to what I
That's
want them to be.
that
Yeah.
that is exactly where I'm at, and that is exactly why I'm happy to have this on my list. It
Yeah.
is the aspirational, hopeful message that that film has that I can look at Supergirl and be like, that film looks like dog shit. Or now the absolute nerves that I have that Warner Brothers is about to be purchased. There's no guarantee this universe is going to continue. This film was not the huge splash it was supposed to be, including not getting nominated for any Academy Awards, including visual effects, which I
Wow.
think it should have been because it has some
Surprising.
weird looks in it that I don't think have ever been done on film before. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a lot of flying
Well, I guess
practically
the
with
question
little
is,
rigs.
it has a
I
little
didn't.
white dog named Crypto that you haven't mentioned yet. Please pay homage to my
I
little
love
boy named Crypto.
crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I loved about the film as well. And I'm wondering, I haven't looked at every nomination that closely or every category, but did Fantastic Four or Thunderbolts get noms in those
No,
technical that you would
nothing.
think? That makes sense to me. But there's other ones like F1, Sinners, like there's some non superhero movies like that that may have taken the spots that might normally go to, a superhero or two.
Right. Now I'm with Colin though. Superman made the list because pretty much everything else on my list is about how horrible things are. And Superman is the one movie that was like, it's punk rock to care about people. And Alien Romulus, Isabella Merced drops not Netanyahu onto a building to his death. And that made me very happy.
That's right.
Shut up, James Gunn. Let me be mad at Israel. Let
Let
me
me be
put
mad.
this template over this film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hopeful.
Um,
Filmed in Cleveland. I'm a Cleveland guy. Let's go.
There
Superman.
it is.
That's right. I mean, I don't want to say I didn't like it because it's still number 13 for me, which is still pretty high. So I don't want to get
Close
the
to
wrong
top 10.
impression that I didn't like it. Yeah.
It-
But
It's also
superhero
the,
movies to me have to be really good to like get that high rating. You know what I mean?
right. Well, I'm someone who going into Superman had never seen a Superman movie, was not really interested in the character at all, and ended up being like, I love this corn sweaty take of just Clark Kent is like, that's who he is. He's not Superman. He's
Yeah.
this guy from the Midwest who just wants to be nice. Like, I like that take.
It was definitely a breath of fresh air after the dark Snyder era that we've all lived through for so long. It was sort of returned to the Silver Age Superman, like idealistic version of what Superman can be that hasn't been done too often, and so it's nice to see that. I do just have some concerns about the direction that some things are
I
going
won't
in with
hold this
DC,
movie
but
accountable for any of
yeah,
that.
no,
In its vacuum, I think it's a
It
fun little
can't.
beautiful gem.
It doesn't
Where's the
deserve
dog?
to have Peacemaker weighing it down. It has a scene where it says, "Where's the dog?" and it has a scene where Taylor Pruitt Vince as Pa Kent is like, "I went and got those burritos you like at that place we
that's
used
right.
to go." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
good. It's good.
It's good.
I do like that's. I mean, yeah, that's the number one thing I like about it, and the relationship between Clark and Lois, that main trio being so well casted and so well acted.
Mr.
Yeah,
Terrific, one of your
Mr.
favorite
Terrific,
breakouts
Man,
now for DC
definitely,
characters.
yeah.
I'm
I
goddamn
want to
Mr.
see more
Terrific.
DC. I want to see more
Goddamn,
characters,
Mr. Terrific.
Eating
and
the
I'm
Peggy.
I'm
We know
definitely
now.
looking.
We know since that episode is aired now that the sequel is going to be called Man of Tomorrow, and it's a Lex Luthor film co-starring Superman, where they'll team up against Brainiac. Like again, you're just like,
That was my
shut the fuck
idea.
up, James Gunn. Just
That
shut
was
the
also
fuck
my
up.
idea that they would team up and fight Brainiac. I said that in our Superman episode when it came
Mm-hmm.
out. So I want
That's right.
my credit
You
for
did
that,
pitch
James
that.
Gunn. No, not an insanely unique idea or anything, but
I want Mr.
um,
Mxyzptlk.
yeah, I mean, in this universe, I can believe it with some of the wackier things. So I'm definitely still looking forward to Lanterns on HBO. I think I'm very much looking forward to that. The Green Lantern True Detective style show
Clayface
with
will suck.
Aaron Pierre.
Roy. Ooh.
Yeah, Clayface, interesting. We'll see about that.
Supergirl will suck.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
We'll see, because I did like her little stinger at the end. Thanks for watching my dog, bitch. Like, she was funny in
Bitch.
This
Bitch.
Yeah.
limited use, but we'll see if the whole
Look,
movie.
trailer looks uninspired. It looks like
Guardians.
Craig Gillespie, who's not James Gunn, trying to do James Gunn. And Craig Gillespie is a director that I've never totally liked any of his movies that much. So it's kind of
I
like,
love Cruella. I love Cruella.
he was all right.
I love it.
Tanya.
Fair.
You
All
love
right.
I,
Well,
Tanya?
Superman
Anyways,
5. What's your
Number
5?
5,
Colin?
Superman.
5 was Superman.
That's right. We had the same because
That's
we're
right.
hand-holding buddies.
Same. Hand-holding buddies.
10 and
again.
5.
10 and 5. That's where you keep your hands when you're driving a car. 10 and 5, maybe.
I do. Well, I'm usually at 10.
Ah!
Just one.
My number 5, like I said with Eddington, I said this movie and Eddington would be a great double feature about how atomized our society's become, and we're all in these echo chambers of misinformation and all this stuff. I have Begonia.
Begonia. I still haven't seen this one.
Lanthimos' latest picture.
Speaking
starring
of
Jesse
Cruella.
Plemons and Emma Stone. Yes.
Right,
right.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Who,
It's on my want to see list.
Yeah, it's on. What did I watch it on? Peacock, perhaps. Yeah, Peacock. So check it out on there. But Yorgos Lanthimos, he's one of my boys. Where anytime, like, again, he's one of the Oscars. Once you're an Oscars guy, like Guillermo del Toro, like Ryan Coogler is now, they'll kind of like nominate anything almost. It seems like, but Begonia. I like Poor Things a lot. I like The Favorite a lot. Ever since like Colin and I were talking about, ever since we saw Dogtooth in college back when I was in college, I was like, Yorgos Lanthimos, I'm on board. He's a provocative guy. He's kind of a weird guy. Like some of his films are more divisive. And this is one of his more accessible ones, I think, if you look at his whole filmography. And it's sort of a black comedy, but it's really good. And again, I think it thematically fits with Eddington a lot, where you have Jesse Plemons as this sort of two online conspiracy theorist who Emma Stone is a rich CEO of a pharmaceutical company. He kidnaps her with his autistic cousin, and because he believes that she's an alien sent to like conquer Earth, basically. So he kidnaps her and tries to get her to confess, and things sort of spiral from there. And there's a lot more to it, and it really goes off the rails in a fun way in the third act. So it's definitely one I would recommend checking out, even if you haven't liked some of his films in the past. This one might win you over. Emma Stone nominated for this role, which seems like her partnership with Yorgos Lanthimos, where she's been nominated, I think, 3 times now for roles in his films with Poor Things and The Favorite.
She got the baby brains.
That's right.
She got the baby brains. Poor Things, a better Frankenstein movie than Frankenstein, by the way.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said it.
But,
I haven't seen it, so.
That's neither here nor there. Well, you got to check it out. It's great. But check out Begonia. I think that's, again, one of his most accessible just as a film. And I think anyone can kind of get into it. And yeah, really interesting movie.
Yeah, I've been writing down all these.
The other connection with, the other connection with Eddington is just that it also makes use of a pop song in a interesting way. Begonia with being Chappell Roan's "Good Luck, Babe." So,
I love that song.
Yeah,
nice.
So new.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I don't know if I've seen any Yorgos movies. I should catch up.
Yorgos.
So.
Yeah, check out Dogtooth first if you really want the full Yorgos experience before he goes Hollywood mainstream. Yeah. Greek director. Yeah, he's done some
Greek
a lot of different movies. Greek yogurt. He loves it.
Yogurt Lanthimos.
Nice.
So check out Begonia. Is that on any? Colin, is that on your list? Have you seen that yet?
It's on my want to watch. I've not seen it.
Yeah, same. All right, cool.
And again, I think Jesse Plemons snubbed. It was a very competitive year for Best Actor. There's like 7 that could have made it. Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams is another one. Oh, I guess he was nominated, but I think Michael B. Jordan was maybe the surprise in terms of over a Jesse Plemons, or I think there's another one that I'm forgetting that was on the cusp, but
Ethan Hawke made it.
Ethan Hawke. But Jesse, or Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent,
That's
perhaps.
right.
But Jesse Plemons, always great. What a great career this guy has. Again, first saw him on Friday Night Lights. He was the nerd, like best friend character. Never thought he would break out and become this huge like Oscars actor, where he's been in 8 movies nominated for Best Picture, tied with Chalamet right now. But Jesse Plemons, really good in this too. So unfortunately snubbed, but I think he was better than Emma Stone. So
Wow.
check it out, Begonia. Yeah.
Okay.
And I love her too and everything. So yeah.
So there's the Skins
Also in
pipeline,
Eddington.
the Euphoria pipeline, and the
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights pipeline to start.
That's right.
100%. Kyle
Taylor
Taylor.
Kitsch, his award's coming soon.
He's going to play Gambit in the solo Gambit movie, right?
He'll be a Gambit variant in Doomsday.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, my number 4, I guess, is I would assume not on any of your lists. And it's a movie that I saw earlier this year. I only watched it once. I may only ever want to watch it once, but I'm talking about Alison Brie, Dave Franco together. Did either of you see this movie?
Wow.
I haven't seen it.
No.
Saw it, not on my list.
So I just found it fascinating. It's kind of this weird, it's like a horror / body horror movie, just diving into the dynamics of like toxic codependency in relationships. And I just think the way Alison Brie and Dave Franco play it throughout the movie, because they're in a relationship in real life, they bring something to this movie that just freaks you out, man. It's like some weird subtle horror of like, I've never had a thing where you want 2 people to not be in the same room as one another ever. It's like if you know somebody has like a partner that's not right for them, and it's like, just get out of the room. Why are you there? So anytime they're occupying the same space, you just have this dread about it. It's really well done. So it's just for me, but I wrote my review. Amazing, and I never want to watch it again because it's just very unsettling. But good job on the filmmakers. Craft. So I just really like Together. Surprised me. Another genre movie at 4. So that's where I'm at. Colin, what's on 4 for you?
It is the film One Battle After Another, the Paul Thomas Anderson, I guess, masterpiece. I'm sure this is something that's maybe on all of our lists.
It's on my list.
It's on my list.
Figured that was 100% on Jacob's.
So I've got this probably the lowest then. I'll kick off our discussion with it before you guys clean it up here and say that it was the film I was the most worried about. The marketing made no sense to me. I don't really gel with Thomas Pynchon as a writer. The other Paul Thomas Anderson adaptation of his work was maybe one of his weakest films in my mind. So I thought, oh, this isn't really going to work. And it co-stars my truly least favorite actor of all time, Sean Penn. It's like, get this fucking guy out of here. So this will be a fucking disaster. And then I see it, and it's one of the most touching and beautiful father-daughter stories I've ever seen. And to young Colin Brooks, who was so obsessed with the Scary Movie franchise and would see Regina Hall and think, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. She's so loud. She's so funny. I didn't think somebody could be like that, but to see her be so incredible in that film as well, I'm like, God bless. Just absolute God bless.
Heck yeah.
Did you watch Saturday Night Live? Tiana Taylor was on this past week.
Yeah, I didn't love it. I don't really love
No.
her. No. I don't really understand people's love for her role in this film necessarily, but okay.
It's interesting, yeah, what was recognized, because again, I think one of the biggest snubs of the entire Oscars this year, Chase Infinity not getting the Best Actress nom, which does surprise me with how much love One Battle After Another got from the Oscars, that's the big snub. And I agree with you, like the Tiana Taylor for Best Supporting thing is interesting because she's really not in the movie after like the first 30 minutes or so. I thought she played her role
male
well.
Best Supportings, Jacob. That's such a crapshoot too.
Leo, I mean, yeah, the lead actor, I don't know what's going to happen with whether it's going to be Chalamet or whether it's going to be Leo or it's going to be Ethan Hawke, dark horse candidate, and then best supporting you have perhaps splitting the vote Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn. Um, like I said, you don't like Sean Penn, but he is perfect in this role as like this incredibly evil fascist
as
Adventure.
as we are as and what a term it's given us, Mike.
Wow.
As we are recording this
75.
episode, the man whose name I can't remember, what's his name, Sergeant Gamino or whatever, the head of ICE, like the guy who is running the entire task force,
Oh yeah.
has
No, it wasn't
has
or something.
been fired. He has resigned in shame
Oh.
because of these murders, this horrible stuff that's going on. The fact that that guy looks exactly like Sean Penn's character, the fact that this film is about the detention of illegal immigrants into camps and people on the left finally fucking rising up and doing something about it and gathering arms to rebel. I mean, this film could not be coming out at a more important time. It's really
No,
insane.
fascinating relevance to this movie. Again, there's a lot of discourse with this movie getting nominated and stuff. I would say the heavy favorite to win Best Picture. Going to clean up some other awards as well. I would be surprised if it doesn't win Best Picture at this point.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Especially with the relevance
And
that
it feels
Colin
like-
said. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like the movie of the moment. Like this is the movie of 2025 in every way. And yeah, I'll have more to say about that. I guess when we get to it, but I loved it, of course.
And here's the only last thing I want to say is that we're in my top 4 now, and all of these films are 5 stars. So this is kicking off this is a 5-star film. It's I've got, you know, however these other ones shake out, it doesn't stop the fact that I think One Battle After Another is a perfect fucking movie. So
Okay.
I have,
Yeah, great. And sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I have Superman. I'm checking here. I have it at around 4.5, and then from Together, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're all 5s for me too. So
hell yeah,
the rest
dog.
of my list is
Hell
5
yeah.
stars. And I had this
Yeah.
at 3 just to kind of get that going. So I'll just
Okay.
talk about it when it comes up later. But
Yeah, we'll talk about it more.
Well, yeah.
So your 4 was Superman, or your 4 was Together?
4 was Together. Yeah. So what's your 4?
Okay. One Battle After Another, and my 4. Now this movie was perhaps my most anticipated after One Battle After Another, my second most anticipated of the year when I first heard it announced. I was waiting for it. I was ready to love it, and I did love it, although not as much as my top 3, obviously. But number 4, Marty Supreme.
Wow.
Oh, Marty at 4.
Marty Supreme, little
Wow.
ping pong boy.
Little
Selling
ping pong
shoes.
boy.
I don't want to be the manager of your shoe
that's
store.
right. 2025 was the year, of course, that the Safdie brothers, like the Coen brothers, split up and each made their own A24 sports film. That being Marty Supreme and The Smashing Machine, which did not make my top 10, from Benny Safdie. Not a terrible movie, but not close to my top 10.
Right.
Marty Supreme is a great movie. Now, I loved Uncut Gems, of course, one of my favorite movies from that year and from the last couple years. Marty Supreme, very similar movie in a lot of ways to Uncut Gems, with a notably different ending that is a more hopeful, redemptive kind of ending, which maybe shows growth for Josh Safdie as a filmmaker. But you could look at Good Time, Uncut Gems, and this movie as a trilogy, a thematically connected trilogy, let's say. But Marty Supreme, incredible movie. Timothée Chalamet showing why he's pretty much the best actor of his generation right now. I think that's pretty clear at this point. Male actor, just killing every role that he does. He's done Dune, he's done Wonka, he's done Bob Dylan, and now this role might be the one that puts him over the edge for that best actor Oscar. Like, this really is a transformative role, I think. His best role yet, I would say.
I think it's really cool that, and I have not seen this, it's on my list to see,
Yeah.
but I think it's really cool, Jacob, if he did win, to not get it for the dumb, easy biopic shit, but for an original part. That would be cool.
Yeah. And he was great as Bob Dylan, but again, you're right. Like, that's a more conventional biopic where it's like, you know, of course, the Oscars loves to reward those kind of roles. and he's playing a real person. This yeah, I agree with you. This is a more he owns this role in a way that you can't own playing a real person in the same way.
What are the facts about like pre-Dune, all that bullshit about him like training in ping pong? Like he's
Yeah.
always
So
had like
he's
a ping
been,
pong table for like 8 movies or
yeah,
something like that.
the last
Mhm.
couple years have all been like carefully planned by him of like to show his versatility in his different roles, all leading up to like he has said like this in interviews and stuff and in his campaigning for this movie. He wants to be considered like one of the great actors of all time, where he's like, I take the shit really seriously. Like I want to be like Leo, I want to be like Viola Davis, whatever. Denzel Washington. He wants to be in that conversation. And this movie, he's known that he's going to do it since like 2018 or something like that, where along with the Dylan movie, where he's practicing as Bob Dylan for years and years while on the sets of these different movies. He's also practicing ping pong this entire time since 2018 on the set of Dune Part 1, on the set of Little Women, on the set of Bob Dylan, all these different movies.
I saw some math too, where truly he like laid it out to be like, and if I do it at this point, then by the time I do Wonka, I'll have the dexterity for the dancing, and then I'll take the singing from Wonka into Bob Dylan for the guitar
Yeah.
work. Where it's just like, what are you talking about? It's
Bro
like,
is
what are
literally-
you doing?
Yeah,
He's
you'd have
been
a
maxing his
table
character sheet.
on set.
Yeah, stop,
Yeah.
Mike.
All
Stop
these different
playing
places.
life like an
He's
RPG.
metagaming. Yeah, dude.
But he did, yeah.
Stop metagaming.
He said this one and A Complete Unknown were the two luxuries he had for the last couple of years, where he's known for years that he was going to make them. So he had these years to prepare and literally learning how to play ping pong and becoming really good at it to the point where he's like a really good ping pong player now.
That's
It's
insane.
dedication to the craft. It's Daniel Day-Lewis method acting, like disappearing into the role.
And it
Yeah.
seems like the only thing you could hold against him in the campaigning for an Academy Award is that he does seem so thirsty for it.
People
It's
are
a hard
bringing up.
balance.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Now people would frame him coming out and saying like, "I want an Oscar." Like, "Oh no, you got to be humble and stuff." It's like, no, I like that he's like, "No,
Yeah.
I want that shit."
Right. He's like, no,
I
I'm
learned ping
Trying
pong.
to get the best. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is the reward for what I do.
And he's
Mhm.
also sort of like the way he's campaigning for this role is like in character with the character of Marty Mauser from the film, where he's that sort of self-promoting guy who can kind of sweet talk his way into anything. That's his role in the movie. And my only problem with it is that him being nominated, getting all this awards love and stuff for Marty Supreme, Uncut Gems when it came out, Adam Sandler
Right.
did not even get nominated for Best Actor, which blows my mind because I do think
Yeah.
Uncut Gems is a better movie than Marty Supreme, and
It's
I think
insane.
Adam Sandler is equally as good in that movie as Timothy Chalamet. To not even get nominated for Best Actor, Adam Sandler, like that's the one time he'll probably have a chance to get, have a chance like that. And so I was very surprised back then that he was snubbed. And Uncut Gems is an incredible movie, and Marty Supreme I think is good as well. It's a little shaggier in parts. There's some narrative detours that don't pay off as much as I would like. An interesting ensemble cast where Josh Safdie likes to uh, cast non-actors in roles. Like you have Kevin O'Leary, Mr.
Right, Shark
Wonderful
Tank.
from Shark Tank, but he fits the role so well because he's pretty much like the most evil person alive, and that's what he is in real life. So Safdie knows how to like see those people and like you'll be perfect in this movie. Tyler the Creator in this movie, just random stuff. Fran Drescher, Penn Jillette, like just the most random people you could think of like are in this movie for some reason. Gwyneth Paltrow as well, but yeah, a good movie that I would recommend. Marty Supreme.
So I haven't seen it yet, but I was pulling clips ahead of time to prep like the transitions or the theme song stuff. We have little, stuff like that. And when I would be watching the little short clips that you could get on YouTube that went around for publicity or whatever, the scenes would end and I would be like, I want to see more of Timothée Chalamet in this role. Like I was like kind of hooked by it. So
Yeah.
this is very high on my list to watch. So
He's
we'll see.
definitely electric in that role.
My mother in her 70s was asking for a film she thought she should see, like a recommendation, like one afternoon while I was at work, and she was
Mm-hmm.
tossed up between Marty Supreme and Hamnet, and I was like,
Uh,
oh, Hamnet, a classic tearjerker for ladies. You'd love that. You should go see Hamnet. She talks about how much she hates Hamnet and how it's like the worst film she's seen to this day. And every commercial she sees for Timothy, she goes, "Oh, there's the boy I should have
saw
seen.
that.
There's my boy Marty." And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. It drives me crazy.
America loves Marty is the thing.
Oh, wow.
No, she made the wrong choice for sure. But I hope she does see Marty Supreme and loves it.
Yeah, I really
what
want
can
to
I
see
say?
it bad.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
It's like you say, it doesn't sound like you think, oh, a movie about a ping pong player, but it works like it's just like any other sport. And it's a movie set in the 50s, shot like an 80s movie,
Mm-hmm.
in a very deliberate way, because the Safdies just love
Yeah.
80s New York movies, and that's what this is. It's a New York movie. It's a guy running around trying to scrape together money, and
You
do
know what it
whatever he
kinda-
can. So
Everyone says he's like the new Leo, right? So I keep thinking, and I haven't seen it, but just based on the trailer and the vibes, it's like, is this his Catch Me If You Can? This guy just kind of going around doing capers.
absolutely, very
Yeah.
similar to Catch Me If You Can.
I love that, Mike.
I think
Yeah.
he is the new Leo, and it's interesting because this year you have the old Leo versus the new Leo.
That's right.
If you think about it, he's the only actor his age who pretty much that has stayed away from the cape shit, right? He hasn't played a
Mhm.
superhero. Dune, I guess, is the closest, and that's his sort of franchise IP movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's something Leo used to say as advice, like stay away from superhero movies or whatever. And like, if you want to do that more awards serious actor
Yeah.
route, but maybe he will do a superhero movie at some point and show that he's
Well-
truly a AAA talent.
He'll do a video game movie because superhero movies are dying and video game movies are on the rise. That'll be the trend flip,
That's
I
right.
predict. He could have been
He'll be
Link.
Solid Snake.
Oh, dude, yeah. No, give that to Wyatt Russell. How dare you?
Link, more like Twink. Look at this kid, Mike.
Hey,
Yo!
there we go. Ganondorf, why are you being so mean to my guy, Marty Supreme?
Hey, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like he doesn't have a traditional superhero build with his body, of course, but he's sort of he sort of reinvented himself in a couple ways too, because he's like, no, like he's sort of like the serious artsy guy, but he's like, no, I really like sports. I'm a big New York
That's
Knicks
true.
fan and all this stuff. Did you know Timothy Chalamet used to run a controller modding YouTube
Yes.
Every
Yes.
movie
account?
I remember finding
the
that out.
Xbox
Xbox
360,
controllers.
right?
Yes, he would
Yeah.
make custom Xbox controllers.
He went on some podcast and he had to do the
He's just
Batista entrance.
He's a down-to-earth guy, Colin. He's just one of us, okay?
No,
normal
again,
guy
he
who's
came from
dating
some
a
kind of
Kardashian.
dynasty. His sister is also an actress. Like, I don't want to hear any of those.
Right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe
Well.
his mother is a makeup artist.
Got it. Well,
Still, I like him.
yeah, Marty Supreme. Well, to transition to my number 3, to old Leo, I have One Battle After Another at 3, and I figure I'll just save
Wow.
my thoughts for when we reach it the final time on this go round. So my 3 is One Battle After Another, but I'll share those thoughts later.
Sounds good.
Colin, what's your 3?
I'll also do a save because I believe this is going to come back again. Eddington. Jacob, do you have it a little higher still?
Oh, I already talked about it. I had number 6.
Yep. And I was 7, 6, 7.
Oh, so we're done with it. So 6, 7. So this
So
is
you had
our
it the
finale.
highest at
Okay.
3.
I
Yeah.
I was very impressed by this film. It's another one that I really didn't think I would vibe with. I will say the entire film unlocked with me with that first image. Character actor Clifton Collins playing a deranged homeless man who literally brings COVID to the small town in New Mexico, and he walks past a sign for the data center coming soon, and the name of the data center is Solid Gold Magikarp.
Yes.
Okay. And you're
Yeah,
my
he got the
age,
Bitcoin thing.
and you see the name Magikarp, and you're like, well, I don't think that means anything except the thing that I know what that means. So you think, is that a Pokemon reference? And you Google it. And if you haven't done that, listeners, I urge you to look up the phrase solid gold Magikarp. It's, again, completely unlocked what this film is about for me, for chaos and what a random. It's just about how we've all completely lost control, and I'm just very impressed by what this
Yes.
movie means. Again, spoilers for all these films we talked
Yeah.
about, but when what happens in the middle of this movie happens, a murder of
Yeah.
one of the lead characters, it
Two murders.
reminds me of an anecdote that I heard Kevin Smith tell one time when he was writing his film Red State, where he was like, I really want this impossible thing to happen next. And his friend was like, okay, we'll put that in the script. And he was like, well, no, I can't because it's impossible. And he's like, well, just put it in and see what happens anyways. Eddington to me is a film where every next scene is the impossible scene and it somehow works.
Mm.
Yeah, I think like it's really unexpected, the twists and turns, especially after that middle act kind of big, like
Yeah.
for the murder, and then everything just kind of starts spiraling, and like it's like every character that we've met is like dealing with a dilemma, like of epic proportion, like his wife and like the mother and him and like the kids. It's like going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Emma Stone in this, like she's also in Begonia. Great
That's
year again
right.
for her. The mom, which was the Penguin's mom in The Penguin, right? Same actress.
Mm-hmm.
Great as well. And yeah, I agree. Like it's so interesting. Like Ari Aster excels at making these movies that just make you feel uncomfortable. And to take a movie and be like, I'm going to make a movie set in the COVID era, 2020, one of the most uncomfortable and worst times that we all collectively like experienced. And no one wanted to touch that era in film, right? To this day,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, no one wants to be reminded of that. Like, we don't want to go back to that. And Ari Aster's like, no, you know what? I'm going to do it. Um,
He said the first screenplay I ever wanted to write was a Western. I'm from New
Yeah.
Mexico, so I've always had the idea of a sheriff versus mayor face-off. And then once it got to this point, I'd made a couple other movies. I realized, well, I could rewrite this and actually make it a little more interesting. But you're kind of like, well, what was the movie? Because what you have it as now is, like you're saying, Jacob, it's the perfect microcosm of an exact point in time where we all lost our minds. And no
Yeah.
other piece of art has been like, well, what if I look at it from every single different angle? You're like, oh,
Right. And with,
yeah. And even the layers to it of different characters aside from our main characters, where you have like the friend of Pedro Pascal's son, who's like this white guy who gets into
when
activism
he says,
mainly because
well,
he's like
we have to give up
Performative.
our white privilege because, blah, blah, blah. And his dad says,
Well,
what the fuck did you just say?
you are white. Yeah.
You are white, you
And-
fucking idiot. No, he says the R word is what he
yes,
says.
he says,
but
"Are
it's-
you
it's-
fucking
you
are?"
hard?
it's truly incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like,
But then you see, like, the reason he gets into this activism and starts using these talking points is clearly because he's into this girl who's into it, who's also like this sort of on again, off again girlfriend of this black cop who works for
Yes.
Joaquin Phoenix, and
Yep.
then his kind of conflicted feelings being a
Yes.
cop too.
and then he
It's
becomes
like
a
also
right-wing
layered.
influencer
Yeah,
at the end. I mean,
The
it's
end
like
of his arc is like
Oh,
his pivot,
it's-
his right wing
it's
pivot.
all these layers where you're just like,
Yeah.
you're thinking about this too?
Right.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like it's like 4 different movies in one. It's a Western. It's a good one.
You can't look away. You won't want to, if you watch it at home, if you miss it in theaters like I did, if when you pause it, you'll be like, fuck, I got to just do this thing. I have to finish this movie.
Oh
Yeah.
man. And
I
the
had it a
ending
little
is
higher.
crazy.
The
So
ending's
good.
crazy. I had it a little bit higher originally, but then like some last minute ones like Begonia slipped in there. Like Begonia at 5, this one at 6. I think they're thematically very similar, so I could even switch them on any given day. So I was kind of debating that, but yeah, big fan of Eddington.
Yeah, and spoiler listeners, for kind of the ending, like when it's like this weird, it's like the fantasy of some of these right-wing guys where it's like, oh, they're flying in Antifa special forces and I'm going to take them out and save the town. And it's like, then he kind of does, but then he ends up in a wheelchair
Yeah.
to where it's like he's being used as like this martyr figure to
incredible.
just further the data center. And it's like, you got no control over nothing. Like, it's so crazy the way that movie ends. He's just a
Essentially,
puppet,
what
literally.
he's trying to do is like, yeah, and you sympathize him in the first half of the movie because he's like trying to repair his relationship with his insane
don't.
wife Emma Stone.
Yeah.
All the stuff where he's so militant about the mask, dog. I hate this guy from the moment
Yeah.
he comes on screen, dog.
But then I sympathize with him, like in his relationship.
You
and stuff,
see
it's just,
humanity
like,
in there.
He has no control. Yeah,
He has
and
no
then
power.
He sees
He
this
has
guy
no
Pedro
power.
Pascal.
That's like literally the meaning.
meaning.
Like, he literally has no
"Fuck that
power.
guy." Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
And
can
at the
see
end,
where
too.
he's coming from, and then
Well, it's a state ordinance, Sheriff. I just don't think so. He's like RFK Jr. He just
Yeah.
like mumbles around and just like loses it.
You just wanna-
but it's incredible because it's set in. Is it set in New Mexico or Texas?
New Mexico.
I think New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like he's the right wing sheriff, but a lot of people in this town are more liberal. It seems like the mayor, who's sort of a liberal, like almost like a Gavin Newsom esque,
Mhm.
or was the former prime minister of Canada who's dating Katy Perry. Like he's like
Trudeau.
a good looking, charming guy who everyone kind of likes. Trudeau,
Yeah.
and
Where's-
Joaquin Phoenix just sees this guy and he's just like, fuck that guy. Like, why can't I be that guy? But he can't because he's like a bad person.
A
So
weirdo. 'Cause you're a moron who puts signs on his car and thinks that's like normal.
yeah. And then Austin Butler in like 2 scenes as this cult leader that Emma Stone
Right.
leaves her husband for and stuff. Incredibly layered, interesting movie. Yeah.
I think that this is, you could have a triple feature. I mean, I haven't seen Begonia, but you could do a double feature with Eddington in one battle, even to be like, where did we come from?
Yeah.
And where are we now? Or where do we need to go almost? So, yeah, Eddington
Absolutely.
definitely deserves to be in the top 10, and that's why it's on all 3 of ours.
I think One Battle, Eddington, and Weapons are like,
Ooh.
this is a check-in. Things are not going well. And it's like,
Dang.
oh, like, listen to our message right now. And it's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Stop.
Eddington is then, Weapons is now, and One Battle is very near future. Well, now it's now for real. Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why Superman had to be in there to cleanse my palate. But
Yeah.
what's your
Good.
3,
Makes
Jacob?
sense. That's why I like, something like Avatar too, where it's like this is almost like wish fulfillment of what things could be, fighting back against
Evil.
tyranny.
We do not
Anyways,
use the round wheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ewa.
My number 3, we've talked about it. We may talk about it again. We talked about it last week. It's 28 years later. My friend, Dr. Ian Kelson.
Wow.
28 years later, number 3.
Thank you, boy.
Is this on your
Thank you,
list,
boy.
Colin? Your top 10?
Oh, it's coming up.
All right, well, I'll disclose it's at my 2, so if that is not the piggyback, I won't go hard. But yeah,
I'm the lowest on it at 3. That's how much we all
Wow.
like this movie.
it's a top 3 for all of us. Wow.
Yeah, and it's again one of my most unexpected, where I never thought going in that it would be like, yeah, I like 28 Days Later. Didn't expect it to be one of my top 3 films of the year. But Danny Boyle, he did it again. Love this movie. We've talked about it at length. Completely snubbed from the Oscars, of course. Which if you're gonna say
Completely.
anything, it's like, yeah, I mean, they still have their biases against certain genres and things like that. Sinners broke through, but 28 years later wasn't the cultural mover that Sinners was. So unfortunately, yeah, it gets snubbed.
There's something with 28 years later as well, where it's very British. It's kind of like Brexit. Oh, well, the world doesn't fuck with us anymore, and we're just left to fend for ourselves as England now. It's like a big metaphor with that.
Right.
There's other stuff in the movie, but it's not really, when Sinners is
For
very
sure.
American with the Delta and post-slavery. But anyway, we love this movie, and we'll talk about it more coming up,
Yeah.
for sure.
Some people were turned off by the ending as well. Maybe that's a knock against it, but we'll see
Yeah.
if 28 years later, The Bone Temple ends up on our list next year.
Yeah, it's a strong
Um,
contender. We love that movie, so
The Bone.
But number
Tempo.
2,
yeah.
what's your number 2? Oh, you just
So-
said
My number 2 is
28
28 years. So, Colin, what's your number 2?
Number 2 is Train Dreams. It's a Netflix film Jacob briefly mentioned. It's just one of the most quiet, beautiful films. It's very Terrence Malick inspired, slice of life, nature, just the story of a life. It follows Joel Edgerton as a logger, and it just goes to
Yeah.
his death, basically. You just
Hmm.
check in on him, and it just goes. And boy, is it just whimsical.
Uncle Owen in
This
the
one I
woods.
saw as well. On your recommendation, Colin, I watched it pretty recently, and this was a tough cut because I had it at 11. Really, I could have had it higher too. I wanted to talk about Roofman because I knew it wasn't going to come up, so I wanted to put that on my 10. So it could definitely be higher. I agree. Like I liked it a lot. Beautiful cinematography, beautiful scenery, very quiet, introspective film. Um, can be a little too like the director's a huge Terrence Malick fan, and it's almost like a Terrence Malick fan film at times.
Hmm.
But I totally understand where you're coming from, and yeah, I definitely liked it.
Completely naturally lit, not a parcan used in this film. It's all candlelight and magic hour and all that beautiful bullshit.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
got incredible narration. uh the only strike I can give against this film, Jacob, if you stayed all the way to the credits, and it is nominated for Best Original Song, is that you've got this incredible movie called Train Dreams, which really isn't about a guy dreaming about trains. It's about this actual abstract ideas about what that represents.
Hmm.
And yet, this film ends and it cuts to the credits, and Nick Cave of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds comes up with a song where he goes, "I'm having lots of train dreams, dreams about trains." And he sings an original
That's right.
song called Train Dreams that you have to hear at the end that doesn't have anything to do with the entire movie you just watched. It's clearly somebody just told him the film is called Train Dreams, and he's like, "I dream about trains all the time. That's great."
That's right.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
It's so
Um,
wild.
You had a
I also
red
want to say about
train
this movie,
dream.
it reminded me
His
a
name was
lot of
Gordon, Thomas, James, the other trains, Thomas the tank engine.
that's right. Like I said, narration throughout this film, the narration, the time period, reminded me, and the beautiful cinematography, it
William H.
reminded me of
Macy.
a movie that I like a lot called The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford,
Hmm.
from a couple years back. Don't know how, oh, that was like 2007, actually. So it's been a few years, but reminded me a lot of that movie because that movie has narration throughout it and it's set in a similar time period, and it has like sort of these depictions of quiet masculinity and in the pre I don't know what era, the late 1900s, I guess. So in a good way, it reminded me of that movie, a movie I like a lot. So yeah, check out Train Dreams. It's a little slow for me at times, just in let not that it's a knock against the movie, but I don't know. Yeah,
Our
it was good.
friend Cole, past
Hmm.
guest, listened to the Fast and Furious episode,
Hmm.
is working right now in a movie in West Virginia. He's working on a movie shoot starring Clifton Collins, the very actor I just shouted out in Eddington.
Hmm.
And Cole said, "I love Train Dreams. I'm working on a movie right now that's stars Clifton Collins. He's the star of Train Dreams, the co-star of Train Dreams." Now, Clifton Collins is in one scene in Train Dreams where he plays an old drifter who's been crushed by a stone or some sort of
Right.
log, and who just shouts out, "I'm dying, please, some water, boy." And a boy gives him a boot full of water. He
That's
drinks it
right.
and then he
I know I'm
dies.
dead.
He's not
Yeah,
in the film at all
There's a
beyond that.
co-star.
that's kind of, there's a
He's
lot of
the
moments like
co-star of
that.
this movie, the
Yeah,
co-star.
where it's like William H. Macy has a small part in this movie. Um,
Small part. He's at least got a
he's in
part.
more of it. Yeah, Paul Schneider, who again was in that
Incredible.
movie, The Coward,
Incredible.
the Assassination of Jesse James. So maybe that's another reason why it reminded me of that. He's in
Parks and
one
Rec.
scene, basically. Yeah, and so there's some scenes like that. Kerry Condon, my favorite actress from
Oh,
F1, of course.
oh,
Hmm.
oh, you're just making up reasons for me to see F1. Carrie Condon, my love from
Yeah,
Banshees. Oh, my love.
from
Hmm.
F1. Yes, correct. Our
Okay.
favorite movie, F1, did not make my top 10.
Train Dreams. Check it out. It's on Netflix. It's easy to watch, so highly
Okay.
recommended.
Yeah,
Nice.
Joel Edgerton. I've always been a Joel Edgerton fan from way back. So shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Joel Edgerton, Uncle Owen. Yeah.
That's right.
Should I
That's
throw it
right.
out there? Well, what's
Who
your
could
number
forget
2
Disney
then,
Plus
Jacob?
is favorite streaming
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Kenobi. Obi-Wan. Was it? Yeah. My number 2 is Sinners.
Okay. So
Hi.
now is
Yeah.
the time
Wow.
because this
Yeah,
is
I
my
think
number
it's,
1.
Wow.
So we
even
could lay it all
higher.
out there now. Yeah, it's my number 1
Yeah,
movie
I
of the
thought we
year.
would all have it high. And it's your
Yeah.
number what, Colin?
Yeah, where was Sinners on yours?
7. It was my number 7.
7.
See, that's
All
kind
right.
of low. That's blasphemy to us.
Wow.
That's
No,
switch
I
with
never thought it would
Eddington.
be a number 2. Like, again, I was expecting, like, I had Marty Supreme penciled in. I was like, well, obviously, I'll love Marty Supreme. That'll be my number 2. It landed at 4. And Sinners, another huge surprise of the year, my number 2. But I think it's as good as everyone says it is. I think the backlash it's now getting is overstated. I don't like every popular movie has to get this backlash at some point, but it was, in my opinion, if not for another movie that I'm probably going to talk about in a minute, this was like the movie of 2025 in every way, in that everyone was talking about it. It did well at the box office, did well critically. It's a huge moment. So yeah, Sinners.
The song that hit, every type
You
of
lied to me.
person can watch this and enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I have it at number 1. Again, all these movies in this top row essentially are all 5-star for all of our rankings. So they're great movies. You should watch all of them. The reason it stayed at number 1 for me is because, and this is for people who are arguing it's not that deep, bro, it's just a vampire movie. For a movie that's about like segregation in the South and the very creation of art and where that comes from and what constitutes like truth in art and expression creatively, and to have that story told with the vampires and the exploitation of creativity and all that, and to on top of that Ryan Coogler get the deal where he retains the rights in 25 years, almost doing in the real world the exact same thing that the movie is kind of fighting against, is having your art be exploited by someone who doesn't appreciate it properly. Like, man, it's so crazy.
Wow.
So big conversations with this thing thematically. I love Sinners so much. Saw it 3 times, saw it in IMAX. Moonmi Masaku, let's go.
Fuck yeah, dude. I just think a lot about like there's literally the phrase you're being a cultural vampire.
Yeah.
Right? And that like nobody's ever actually been like, oh, let me like make a vampire that his whole thing is he's a cultural vampire. Remick says, I want your words. I want your song. I want your heritage, your culture, your music. To have all that stuff. And then, Mike, I think all the time about one of your favorite scenes in this movie is literally when our lead character, Preacher Boy, starts saying Our Father to him, and Remick starts saying it back to him and says, I love that. Those words used to bring me such great comfort when those people came and take my land from me. And it's like, oh no, it's also about appropriation and stuff. Like it's always, it's like, it's still about the same thing. It's so interesting.
Yeah. He was persecuted for being Catholic.
Yeah. He's like, you think I'm racist? You think I'm like the KKK? No. Like,
yeah. It's like, whoa.
I'm all about community. But you're right, Colin, like throughout, American cultural history, a lot of our culture has been basically created by Black people, appropriated, Elvis by white people. Black people created blues music, Elvis took it mainstream, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a very thematically rich movie. So yeah, I don't understand the criticisms at all. And now you hear this one like, oh, it's just a remake of From Dusk Till Dawn. Get out of here. Come on. That's like, to me, that's the same level of argument as like saying Avatar is a remake of Ferngully or Dances with Wolves or whatever. It's like, yeah, congratulations. Like 2 movies have a similar premise. Okay, great. Like you got to look deeper than that though.
Yeah, it's so rich. Even the layers of like religion not saving, because they're like he makes a clear point in the movie where Wunmi is doing kind of old cultural religion. It's like, no, the colonizers brought Christianity when they took us in the slave ships. Like that's not our shit, but our music is, and we can't let anyone take that part of our culture. It's so good.
You have Preacher Boy, his father trying to push him towards Christianity.
Put down
Yeah.
the guitar, right? Nope. He plays it until he's old. The vampires come back, say, "Hey, I can make you live forever." He says, "Nah, I'm just jamming until I die." Like, incredible.
Right.
So
Yep.
Sinners, love
So we all love Sinners. That's my number 2. Your number 1.
it. Mm-hmm.
Colin, what's your number 1?
Well, it's the greatest film ever made. We've talked about it a lot. It's of course called 28 Years Later.
Yay!
Wow.
Samson.
No film on these lists looks like this movie. No
Not even the
film
Bone Temple
on
looks
these
like that movie.
lists made me cry 3 times when my very good friend Dr. Ian Kelson is performing a breast exam on a woman that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Something we didn't talk about in Bone Temple is when he says when Jimmy Crystal says, "Are you old Nick?" and he says, "No, I'm Ian."
He's Satan.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy goes, "Ian." He repeats it to himself because clearly he's like, "Is old Nick's first name Ian?" Like he's clearly like, that could
Did we
be
even
right.
know his first name in this movie, or did we just know him as Dr. Kelson in this
Dr.
movie?
Kelson. He was me GP. I've re-listened to our episode now. I've rewatched the movie since seeing Bone Temple.
Nice.
It makes so much more sense. It's so good. Knowing what we know about Jimmy, it's in the Colin Awards, which are the Oscars that I do, where I nominate things instead.
I love the Colin Awards. My
It
dream
is
one
quite-
day to win a
Yeah,
Colin.
yeah.
You're close. You're close. It is going to sweep. Every performance is perfect. Spike is perfect. Jodie is perfect. Ray Fiennes is fucking perfect. And I forgot that we spend that entire episode talking about how Jacob just rewatched Age of Ultron, and it's like, Aaron Taylor Johnson is one of the worst actors ever, but this is the only movie we like him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good
And
at it.
yeah, he's a bad dad,
Spiky
but he's
boy.
doing his best, you know? I just remember
It's
trying
so
to defend him,
complicated.
even though he's a
It's
complicated man.
The scripts, what Alex Garland is doing, every character in these movies is complicated. And now that I'm like, no, you don't understand, Samson is complicated. It's
Yeah.
like, shut up. It
Right.
Yeah.
rules. It rules. Jacob said in our last episode, the best characters ever made. Lydia Tarr, Spider, Dr. Ian Kelson.
That's right.
Count
All
it.
the hits.
Count it.
Yes. Marty Supreme.
Oh,
We'll
man.
see.
We'll see.
Yeah. No, it's your guys' number 1 films are my 2 and 3. Sinners and 28 Years Later. Both movies we did episodes on over the
Yep.
summer. Both horror hits that surprised us. Well, one of them was a hit. And did you guys read
Starring
about
Jack
this?
O'Connell.
Yeah.
That's right, Jack
Jack
O'Connell.
O'Connell.
Huge year. Have you guys seen the news about the Bone Temple's just box office and how it's underperforming
It's
in
just
a bad
crumbling
way?
like crazy. Like the drops are historic how bad it is doing.
Which
not
is
good.
crazy
It's not
because
good.
word
I
of
really
mouth
hope
and
the third
reviews
one
are
gets made.
so good.
It's one of those movies that's just going to be a cult favorite because the audience isn't there. Like this whole franchise, I guess, from 28 Years Later on, where it's like you think the audience would be there. Sinners was a huge hit, but I don't know,
But
too British.
I want
too...
to see Jim. I want to see him save
Yes.
these people. I was promised Academy Award winner Cillian Murphy, the Scarecrow, will come out and join these weird films.
J. Robert Oppenheimer himself.
Oppenheimer will probably get us the third one because, like, he'll just be like, I said I was going to do it. I didn't shoot that cameo for no reason. We'll shoot it on mini DV to save money, but we're doing it. Like, they'll find a way.
Yes.
I
But
wish.
anyone that goes to see this and says, "Oh, it's amazing," and then it gets all these good reviews, where some people like Bone Temple more than 20 Years Later, which I don't agree with, and then for it to have such a fall off, it's too bad. But 28 Years Later,
This
what a
is what
movie,
started it.
what a surprise for us all. Yeah.
And did you guys realize? So what Danny Boyle has been up to, and why he didn't direct the second one, is he's doing a film on what's that Australian magnate, the richest man in the world who owns Fox News? What's that asshole's name?
I can't remember.
He's doing a biopic on that guy.
Biopic
And who's
on
playing
that
him,
guy.
you ask? Jack O'Connell.
Wow, Jack
Really? Oh, so
O'Connell.
it's like
Cool.
it's a young that guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty cool
Man,
that he's found his
Pretty
dude.
cool.
that
Yeah.
is cool. But
That's
yeah,
interesting.
I love
Yeah.
28 Years Later. Like we said earlier, we all loved it. And it's just such a... I get why people didn't like it, because it ends up just being not really a zombie movie. It's about family, like we said, and about, like, love. It's, like, so heartfelt for what you would expect to just be
I
violence.
forgot how much
No,
Jacob thought the movie was about Brexit. Which I was like, oh yeah.
I think it's part of it, yeah.
Yeah, it has a little bit of that theme.
And you have to see it from a British point of view. Maybe that's why I didn't catch on so much with America. The whole Jimmy
Yeah.
Savile thing, people don't know who he is, whereas in Britain, like everybody would know who he
He's
is.
their Bill
So
Cosby
that would
kind
hit a
of.
lot harder. Yeah. And yeah, I've seen it twice. I rewatched it in December with my sister, who had been wanting to see it. She was looking forward to it. The only thing she said afterwards, she thought it was weird. It's different than she expected. I don't think she liked it that much. And I'm sad to say, because I think she expected a more conventional zombie movie. And then when you get to the third act, it's like, this is not what I was expecting. And I don't know if I like it. So that's her opinion. But unfortunately, I still love it, of course. I think it holds up completely from my second
You get
viewing.
Alfie carries it for the first 2/3, and then Ray Fiennes just comes in and hits it out of the park, like gets it
Yeah.
over the finish line in the most spectacular way. Yeah.
And what if I did such a good job they gave me my own movie?
Where I
And
just
again, yeah,
take drugs with
sidelining Spike in
Samson.
the second movie is a disappointment to me. But seeing
Yeah.
Dr. Ian Kelson, my best friend, like Samson and Dr. Ian Kelson, what a great duo. We love them.
It does make the first one better, the Bone Temple. Like, they are improved because they both exist. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. Again,
cooking.
weird structurally the way they design this, and maybe not the most box office friendly way to make these movies. Yeah, but
but I
works
like
for
that
us.
sometimes, I mean, it makes a third one, but I like that they just said, fuck it, we're doing it our way. And at least for us, the results are landing very strongly and positively. Like, I love that they're doing something artistic. It just sucks that the money men might not want them to continue, because artistically, these are incredible. So, yeah.
And again, just the way this movie's shot, the way that it's edited, no other movie looks like that. And no other movie could look like that and sound like that. And the poem, the editing, the montage, everything, like it's
Greatest
so
advertising campaign of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. So disappointing, but great movie.
If trailers
So
got
that's your
Oscars,
number one.
that would have won. Yeah. But so that's Colin's number one. Great stuff. My number two.
That's right. And your number one was Sinners.
Correct.
So now we just have my number one. And I wonder what it could be. If you know me at all, if you know my favorite working filmmaker today, I'm sure you can guess what my favorite movie of 2025 was. That's right. I've had a few small beers, one battle after another.
What was that, sir?
I've had a few.
A few what?
A few
What, sir?
A few small beers.
Bummer.
Again, one battle after another. The movie for me of the year,
movie of the moment.
easily, hands down. The movie of the moment. I was looking forward to it. Obviously, I look forward to every new Paul Thomas Anderson film, and it totally lived up to my expectations and even surpassed them. Incredible cast, like you said, just an incredible movie, and I love it. Yeah.
One battle after another. I love that movie. I love it. I love that
Love
movie.
it.
Sean Penn, Nightmare, stuff of nightmares in that role.
Yeah.
And then Benicio del Toro, your best friend that you could possibly hope for. I saw a take online that, and it's a whole thing, a whole long paragraph and stuff, but this movie is essentially a Star Wars movie. Where you have Leo is the Luke character, Del Toro is the Han Solo. They're trying to get the princess back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Darth Vader is Sean Penn, etc.
Because
there's more.
That's his
that,
daughter, Darth Vader, Leia. It makes sense.
So,
yeah,
you have your favorite director of all time, Jacob, who previously had made his biggest movie ever, There Will Be Blood, which is sort of dealing with the sense of like scale and like what are like the sense of like masterpiece and stuff like that. But you're turning that in for the largest budget he's ever done and the largest action scenes. Like, do you love how the action plays out and sort of like how the larger scenes play out in this film?
Yeah, I do. I mean, the car chase at the end is incredible. The rolling hills, um, visceral, uh, and yeah, like totally. I love it all. Um,
Like the big escape
yeah,
scenes and stuff when they're breaking people out of the detention centers, like that stuff is all very large scale
absolutely. I was
explosives.
just
The
there for the
one
journey.
shots
The
escaping through the
skateboarding
dojo.
kids on the roof and stuff, incredible when he's just running on the roof with them,
Totally.
just like jumping from building to building.
Hmm.
So many incredible shots, so many incredible
When he
lines
gets
in
the
this movie.
call that he fell, he's like, "He fell. He didn't make it."
Oh
Yeah, we need to
yeah.
break him out of prison again. Um, Leo, incredible work in this movie as a character that I just really identify with.
Yep.
Bob, just this sort of former revolutionary who now just sits at home and smokes weed and watches, the Battle of Algiers on TV and like reminisces about his better days. Uh, just a
With your
broken
Halloween
man in a lot of
costume this
ways.
year.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I dressed as him for Halloween. I
Hmm.
identified with him so much. I haven't really identified with a character like that in a long time, but I just love him. And this movie, I've seen so much discourse about it now where it's getting like, I've seen people takes from the right where it's like, oh, it's this movie glamorizes revolutionary violence and stuff. I've seen takes from the left saying this movie is mocking leftist revolutionaries. For me, I don't think either of those are necessarily true. I don't think that Paul Thomas Anderson is a particularly political person, because this movie is not, well, it has a political element. It's not actually about the politics in the same way that The Phantom Thread is not about, you know, dressmakers in the 1950s, or Boogie Nights is not about the porn industry, in which to say it is, but it's really about the characters, and their relationship. And that's what Paul Thomas Anderson really cares about, is these characters. So you get this backdrop of, revolutionaries and fascist, white supremacist secret cults and things. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the movie, The Moment, like we said, they have people illegally detained. It's the rise of fascism in America has come to fruition, right? Very relatable
Yes.
things, let's say. And just
It's a
burn out
slightly,
millennials that are tired of fighting, but can we stop? One battle after another every single day. Like, it's right there in the
right.
title.
I find it to be one battle after another. Do you find that to be true?
Yeah, and sometimes a few
Um,
small beers helps, you know?
yeah, but yeah, because you see, um, I don't know what I was about to say, but I agree with
You're
you.
about to say the name Jungle Pussy over and over again? That's
Jungle
interesting.
Pussy,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I have seen takes from the left now where it's like, no, you don't get it. Like Paul Thomas Anderson is like he's a centrist who's mocking the
He's
left and
making
stuff. I don't
fun
think
of
that's
us
true.
about how
Yeah,
we get bogged down in
because he's
semantics and using the right passcodes.
definitely,
Oh,
there is
yeah.
that element, but that's a worthwhile criticism.
Conversation.
And there's the dichotomy between the French 75, who seem to be like bad at their job in a lot of ways, and then you see Benicio del Toro and what he's doing and sort of this underground railroad that seems a lot more effective. So maybe there's some commentary there, but yeah, I just
There's
think it's great.
there's
What
something
would
I
your oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was reading into this the more I thought about the movie after seeing it, even after we did our episode that I didn't really articulate, but it was like, I like that it's like showing the perspective when Bob needs help from Benicio del Toro, and you see how organized he is, and like they got systems and they know where to go, where to be. And Bob,
Right.
as like a white millennial man, is like, this is so crazy, I don't know what to do. And it's like, yeah, well, like a lot of people live with this, like they live with this threat, and you're just now being affected by it.
That's
It's
kind
like
of important.
that aspect
Yeah.
of like, this is
Yeah.
normalized for a lot of people. It's not new. It's just new to you, Bob. People have to live under this, and
Right.
I like that.
And it's this, like I said, it's loosely based on Thomas Pynchon. It's this slightly heightened world, but it's not that heightened. It's closer to our world than you would like, although we
Yeah.
don't have actual revolutionary groups bombing ICE facilities, which maybe we should have. So we're not at that point yet.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Apparently.
allegedly, we do not
Allegedly.
advocate.
But man, and when the time jump, another thing I've seen some complaints about is that the first 30 minutes aren't as good as the rest of the movie, but you need that 30 minutes to understand everything that these people have gone through, which is the whole past element where it's Leo and Tiana Taylor blowing shit up and stuff, and then how it all goes wrong. Tiana Taylor's character gets caught, et cetera, et cetera. But that cut to 16 years later, that time jump, and then Steely Dan kicks in. You see Chase Infinity doing the karate, and I'm just fucking levitating because I love it so much, So what can I say? It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. The movie of the moment. I think so. What you're saying, this is probably a lock for Best Picture, is where are we thinking?
Seems like it. I would be surprised if another movie won at this point.
I think Leo doesn't have a shot, but I think it's got everything else.
I think Leo will lose.
Yeah.
I think, again, the movement behind Tiana Taylor won a Golden Globe. I have to talk about Tiana Taylor, this actress that a lot of people think just kind of popped up out of nowhere, but I kind of have known her from a way back, as I was explaining to Colin. She started as a singer and a dancer, a musician. She kind of mostly got famous from being in a Kanye West music video in 2016 for
Crazy.
Fade, where she does this dance and stuff, and it was a very talked about and seen music video at the time. But I have this connection with her where I know that she used to be married to Amon Shumpert, who was a basketball player, former Cleveland Cavalier, who was on the 2016 championship team. So anyone on the 2016 Cavaliers gets a pass from me for life. That's my sports Gattaca.
Yeah, your sports Gattaca.
If any of them do anything bad in the future,
right,
I will defend them. No, but so she was married to Amon Shumpert, and so a very odd connection that I know about. So I've known about her for a while. I know she's acted in other stuff, but obviously this is a huge breakout role for her in acting. A lot of movement behind her for Best Supporting. I don't know if she'll win. And then again, Chase Infinity getting snubbed. Huge miss for me, because I feel like this is the kind of role that the Oscars love to like give to like a first time actor and be like, wow, you nailed it. Here's your nomination. Even if she didn't win, I thought she deserved to be nominated over someone like Kate Hudson, who seems like she bought her way into that role or something with marketing or something. I don't know how that got nominated over her, but anyways, one battle after another. I could keep rambling about it forever, but I won't.
The number one. All right, well, that's our top 10. How about we go over to final thoughts? We'll do a quick recap of the list. Have any bottom ones, worst movies, and we'll get on out of here for best movies of 2025. We're back. We're doing top 10 movies of 2025. Colin had to go get ready for the Colin Awards because he's got that annual thing where he nominates everybody. So we're going to be reading our lists. And then me and Jake will be closing out the top of 2025. So I guess I'll start with my list and we'll go in order of that. Top 10, Predator Badlands, 9, Weapons, 8, Chainsaw Man, 7, Eddington, 6, Frankenstein, 5, Superman, 4, Together, 3, One Battle After Another, 2, 28 Years Later, and number 1, Sinners, Ryan Coogler, my guy. And then Colin.
Nice.
Colin's top 10. Yeah, go for it. 10. Take it over.
I'll read his top 10 and then you read his worst films.
When we get to the worst of the year.
Yeah. Number 10, Predator Badlands. Number 9, The Life of Chuck. Number 8, K-Pop Demon Hunters. Number 7, Sinners. Number 6, Weapons. 5, Superman. 4, One Battle After Another. 3, Eddington. 2, Train Dreams. And number 1, 28 Years Later.
Wow. And Jacob, what about your list?
And did you want to read?
We'll do that when we do the worst. Let's get your list recap.
My list. So I had number 10, Roofman. Number 9, Avatar: Fire and Ash. 8, Weapons. 7, The Phoenician Scheme. Check that one out. Number 6, Eddington. Number 5, Begonia. Number 4, Marty Supreme. Number 3, 28 Years Later. Number 2, Sinners. And number 1, One Battle After Another.
You probably have the right number one, but my heart is with Sinners. I think we all have great lists, and I think our top fives, there's some discrepancy, which is cool because there's stuff like
My top two.
Begonia that we
Yeah.
had pretty similar top threes, but the top five, it's like, oh, okay.
That's right. Check out Begonia. Check out the Phoenician Scheme. But yeah, I think One Battle to Another and Sinners are, for me, top two, and 28 Years Later is just there with 28 Years Later, or number three. But I think those top two are like the movies of the year, the movies of the moment. And that's why I say like my list this year is more aligned with what the Oscars seem to be saying, where it's like One Battle to Another probably wins. Sinners got 16 nominations. So I'm kind of aligned with them. Whereas last year, I think last year my favorite movie was Dune Part 2, which did get nominated, but never really had a chance to win or anything. And then I had like, I saw the TV Glow, Challengers. So some movies that didn't necessarily get the recognition.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a great year, especially a great year for Warner Brothers. You got One Battle to Another, you got Sinners, you got the Minecraft movie, you got Superman, and all those great movies, Weapons as well.
Yep.
And your reward for that, Warner Brothers, is you're getting sold. So
You're getting
congratulations for
sold.
having such a successful year. You're getting sold.
Congrats
That's the
on
movie
that.
industry.
Yeah, boy, is it. So yeah, they had a great year. They're going to get sold. They still got beat by Disney in total box office thanks to Zootopia 2 making $2 billion.
Oh, sure.
So they had a great year
But just in
until
having so many hits, like they had Superman, then they had Minecraft movie was a huge movie, obviously. One Battle to Another being a critical darling, Sinners being a sneak hit. Like both those movies were Warner Bros. Weapons, again, another sneak horror genre hit.
Mhm.
Like they were like batting 100 this year, and they're getting sold to Netflix.
It
Isn't
doesn't
that
matter
crazy?
if you make
Like,
great movies or whatever, you just get sold. Yeah, unfortunately.
right. Just like the video game industry as well. Yeah.
Oh, man, everything's terrible. So I want to do worst films of the year, but before we do that, I want to see if there's any kind of random, not even honorable mentions, but movies that you saw this year that you just kind of liked, that kind of we want to shout out. Like
Yeah.
I just wanted to say,
Well, I
Final
mentioned
Destination:
sorry,
Bloodlines, maybe the best one.
I saw that one as well.
Yeah, I
Yep.
thought The Long Walk was
liked
fun.
it.
Yeah,
Final Destination is number 23 on my list. Long Walk, I saw that as well. That's number 18. So yep, I agree with you on those. I mentioned my honorable mentions: Superman, Wake Up Dead Man, Black Bag, Train Dreams, Predator Badlands. Caught Stealing was okay. Frankenstein was okay. Mickey 17, Companions. I'm just reading down my
I had
list.
Companion at 12. I liked it a lot, but Mickey 17, I feel like if we lived in a world where Trump didn't win the election, that movie lands a lot better because it's this parody of like,
Yeah.
oh, he'll never win it, with Mark Ruffalo's character.
It's lesser, right? It's lesser Bong to me. It's
lesser Bong.
I like Snowpiercer a lot. I like Parasite. I really love Parasite.
We love
I like
Parasite.
Snowpiercer a lot. This is sort of one of his lesser in his overall body, but not terrible.
Well, sticking
Fun
on
movie.
Korean directors real quick, No Other Choice, Park Chan-wook. Did you see No Other Choice? I have not yet, and I want to.
I have not seen that one yet. No, that's on my list to see. Sentimental Values on my list.
Yeah,
The Secret Agent. Some foreign ones that I haven't caught up with yet.
But I intend
Sentimental
to.
Value, Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård, our guy, and Elle Fanning.
Mm-hmm.
And that one cleaned up with the acting as well, nominations.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see that one.
Yeah.
Did you see
Colin,
Caught Stealing?
Caught Stealing, yeah, I mentioned that one. I thought it was all right.
It was all right. But
Wasn't
yeah, anyway.
amazing.
But let's talk worst movies then. What do we...
When Colin wanted to also shout out Minecraft movie, Freaky Tales, and Megan 2.0 as some of his...
That's right.
Maybe honorable mentions.
Minecraft made a ton of money.
And I saw Freaky Tales as well. That was a suggestion. I guess I have that on my 2024 list because it's technically a 2024 film.
Right.
But another Pedro Pascal movie, so shout out to that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as worst films, definitely Captain America: Brave New World.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not worst films of the year, but maybe based on my expectations. I will say Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
I will say even Fantastic Four didn't live up to expectations. What about you?
Yeah. I have some that are outright bad. My bottom 5 is in descending order, so the last one is the worst. Brave New World, Wolfman, Julia Garner, both in my top 10 and bottom 5.
Ooh,
Tron
I haven't
Ares.
seen that one.
Yep. Tron Ares. Good soundtrack, bad movie.
Yep.
The Gorge, Anya Taylor-Joy, sorry to do it to you, but The Gorge I watched. And the worst movie, which Colin agrees, Star Trek Section 31 is my least favorite movie that I
Ooh.
watched all year.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have not seen any of those. And I think part of it is like I tend to watch less bad movies because if I don't think I'm going to like it, then I won't watch it. But I will shout out
Sometimes
some
I
of the
get
worst movies I
curious.
saw this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at all the movies I saw this year. My lowest rated, well, I mentioned Captain America, Brave New World. The worst movie I saw this year is definitely War of the Worlds
Oh, I
with
didn't
Ice
see that one.
Cube. That one I did watch out of curiosity. That's the worst movie of the year to me. Also, Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Rebirth, Warfare, which is Alex Garland. That was a disappointment to me. I didn't like it. Appreciate the craft behind it, but I didn't like it.
He says he's going to stop directing
So,
and just stick to writing now. I think he's over it.
yeah, I think that's a good idea because I
think so.
have a mixed relationship with Alex Garland because I loved Ex Machina and I loved Annihilation, but then I didn't like Civil War and I didn't like Warfare, which is his two most recent ones. I didn't like Men either, another one of his
I didn't
movies, but
see
I liked
Men.
28 Years Later that he writes. So,
Yeah.
did you see Civil War?
I saw Civil War because
That's
Alien
got your
Romulus.
favorite actor, isn't it?
Kais
Yeah.
Faney, you know. And Jesse Plemons.
And
What
then,
kind of
he made this
American
movie
are you?
Warfare, which is right, and Kirsten Dunst. Warfare is this movie that's like a realistic war movie about Iraq, where they're in like they're all in an enclosed house. It's like a bottle episode in real time, kind of, with this troop of American soldiers. It's well made, but I didn't like it. So
Oh, yeah, his co-director was a ex-service member, right?
yeah, I have mixed feelings just about Americans making movies about we invade countries and then 20 years later we make movies about how sad the troops were when it happened and stuff. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's weird tonally for sure, like a weird take, but it's hard on, war's hard. All Quiet on the Western Front, it sucks for anybody in it, but it's the politicians that make the damn decisions anyway. But yeah.
Oh, and one other one I got to mention that I saw recently for worst of the year. I saw a movie by a guy named Paul Anderson.
Oh.
Paul W.S. Anderson.
W.S. Okay, which one was that?
Second favorite Paul Anderson. I saw In the Lost Lands, his new movie from 2025. Mila Jovovich, Dave Bautista.
I was wondering if she was in it. Whoa, that looks bad.
This movie, it's terrible, but it's also like my guilty pleasure movie because I also loved it. But it is bad. It's a bad movie, but it's based on a George R. R. Martin short story from like the 80s.
Okay.
So it's got that going for it, adapted from George R. R. Martin, but it's like a steampunk western, dark fantasy, post-apocalyptic movie. So very interesting vibes. It's got Dave Bautista. Well, Mila Jovovich is like a witch, so it's got like witches and stuff, but it also has like guns, and Dave Bautista that like wears like a cowboy hat and like shoots 6-shooters and stuff.
Like a Van Helsing.
It's got this yeah, it's got this like crazy aesthetic where everything has like skulls on it and stuff. It's very it's like reminds me a lot of Warhammer Dark Tide, where it's like everything's got to have skulls on it,
Sick.
It's dark, but it's this sick. Yeah, it's this post-apocalyptic world. Very interesting, terrible movie, but I loved it.
All right,
So,
fair.
Check it out. In the Lost Lands. Mila Jovovich, she still got it too. And Dave
Paul
Bautista,
Anderson, your favorite director. Yep. Colin has the Snow White remake down here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you're a huge fan of Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, check out In the Lost Lands.
That was my bottom movie of 2024. Was The Scar Giver.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
What you're gonna love in the Lost Lands.
At least it's not directed by my nemesis, Zack Snyder. He is my nemesis.
No,
But yeah, Colin,
that's
quick
right.
shout outs. Snow White remake was bad. Hurry Up Tomorrow, the weekend movie. And he said Megalopolis, but that's
Oh, yes.
2024, but I think he watched it this year,
Megalopolis. Oh, sure.
which
Yeah.
that was bad.
Hurry Up Tomorrow. Jenna Ortega.
Right.
The Weekend. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sort of
no.
looks. Yeah, I didn't see it. It's like Misery, but with The Weekend. Basically, it seems like.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those are our best and worst movies of 2025. A fun episode. I always like doing this one. I think we had the same three movies
Yeah.
in the top three. Just in
That's
different
right.
orders.
Those are definitely our movies of the year consensus. And you got to check out Marty Supreme. You got to check out Begonia.
Yeah.
So we hopefully gave you some movies, some ideas, things to watch.
Yeah, some of the stuff in the
And I've
top
been just
five that
catching up
wasn't
with
in mine, like the Phoenician Scheme or Begonia, Train Dreams, like those are the high on my list to visit as soon as I can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Begonia, yeah, check out definitely. And check out more Yorgos Lanthimos movies if you like that. And if you like the Long Walk
Yes.
and you like Paul Thomas Anderson, check out Licorice Pizza. If you haven't seen that one, that was his last movie. And I think
Okay.
it's great. And it stars Cooper Hoffman from The Long Walk.
Okay, cool.
So put that on your list. Yeah.
I will do. I just like getting to see Wake Up Dead Man, Kai Spaney, and then I had David Johnson
Yeah.
in The Long Walk, crushing it in that movie. Not as a robot, just as
That's
a cool
right.
character.
Right.
And then yeah, Hawk Girl. So I got good Alien Romulus representation this year in movies. Oh, my alumni.
That's right.
Yeah.
You love it.
Uh,
And we got a Predator movie with Wayland
Yeah,
Yutani stuff.
with Wayland Yutani. Incredible. You love to see it. So top tens. What else we got coming up though, Jacob, in the future? What's around the bend?
Great question.
Yeah.
I
I know.
one more dishonorable mention. The Running Man.
See, I couldn't.
Terribly
I-
disappointed by The Running Man.
The trailers look bad, and I'm an Edgar Wright guy, and for some reason I just don't believe Glenn Powell is like real. Like I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't want Glenn Powell to happen. I
No.
don't know why. I just something about him.
I
rubs me
agree
the
with
wrong
you,
way.
especially after this movie. I agree with you, and I only saw it like last week,
Ooh.
and yeah, it let me down. It was not good.
All right. Well, that's a bummer.
Unfortunately.
Running Man.
Yeah, watch The Long Walk instead. It's better than The Running Man. They're both about contests to the death in a post-apocalyptic capitalist society or whatever, or a
Mm-hmm.
dystopian society. As far as next week, we are returning, of course, once again to our Miyazaki long-form series. We have Howl's Moving Castle. So that will be what we're talking about next week.
Nice.
We have some shows coming up, like we have Fallout Season 2 coming up, we'll talk about. We have more new Game of Thrones, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, yeah. And so I can watch,
yeah.
what was it, The Lost Lands, based on a George R.R. Martin story, and
In
The
the
Night of the
Lost
Seven
Lands.
Kingdoms, The Lost Lands and Night of the
Wow.
Seven Kingdoms. Incredible.
We're getting so much George R. R. Martin. You can go
Just
back
not
and play
Game of
Elden
Thrones
Ring.
books. Yeah.
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 Well, this is it's in the Game of
In the
Thrones
universe.
world, Song of Ice and Fire, and yeah, it's A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which I've really been enjoying so far, and then Fallout Season 2 will be ending soon, so we'll definitely talk about that
Mm-hmm.
in first week of February, so or second week of February. So yeah, stay tuned for that, Normies.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Been watching Fallout, seen the first 2 episodes of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I am enjoying it. So yeah, got some good stuff.
Yes,
And it's always good to go back to Miyazaki. So
that's
yeah.
right. And Normies, let us know, what were your favorite movies of the year? Did your list look like any of our lists? Also, who had the best list, and
What
why
are the
was it
best
me?
list?
Yes.
I'll include the list to the
Um,
link to the lists in the description of
Yes.
this episode, so you can take a look at them.
good idea.
And yeah,
And yeah, let us know, what movies did you like? Did you love Sinners? Did you love 28 Years Later? Did you love One Battle After Another? Let us know.
yeah. Did you like Section 31? How was The Gorge for you? Let us know.
Section 31 is still one I have not had. had the pleasure to check out yet, unfortunately.
It's rough.
I
But,
think
you know.
Michelle Yeoh should have to give her Oscar back, right?
Yeah. Give that back. No, she can keep the Oscar. But stop
All right.
taking
You earned it, but you're
stop
on
taking
thin
Star Trek
ice.
jobs. We're watching you,
Yeah.
Philippa Georgiou.
Speaking of Star Trek, we might be talking a little Starfleet Academy in
we
the
might.
future. We'll stay tuned to find out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take your shoes
Alex
off.
Kurtzman is my nemesis.
That's
Yeah.
right. But it should be fun. I'm looking forward to get back to Miyazaki and keeping these episodes going in the new year. And yeah, thanks for listening to the top 10 best of 2025, everybody. Yeah, with your hosts, I guess. Mike, just regular Mike, signing off.
This is Oscar Jacob. Yeah, Normies. Catch you next time, everything.
Catch you next time. Yeah, like, share, subscribe on the socials, and yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Please.
Colin's
Check
a
us out
lot
on
better at
YouTube.
driving than we are.
That's right. I just like to ramble. We love you. Keep watching movies and keep listening to Normies Like Us.
Yes, one episode after another. Catch you next time, Normies. Bye.
That's right. Bye-bye.